Freedom of speech, motherfucker. Okay. Something for the kids. Step in the club smoothly with the L in my hand. Bitches know that I'm a freak, like the Elephant Man. Intelligent plans, fuck a record deal. I want development land with my benevolent clan. And that's the reason that I only trust my fam. 40,000 records sold, 400 grand. Fuck a middleman, I won't pay anyone else. I'll bootleg it and sell it to the streets myself. I'd rather be that than signed and stuck on a shelf. And because of this, executives try to diss me. Racism frozen in time like Walt Disney. And now they say they want to get me signed to the majors. If I switch up my politics and change my behavior,
we're 1 minute early.
What the rhyme about over the beat. Bitch
yes,
niggas,
we are back
in the street, but
with Liza P.
Nobody can hold my reins. I put the truth on tracks, nigga, simple and plain.
It's been a little while since I've touched this game, just because I needed to get that first playthrough done with Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. God, that game is it's a plague, but I'm excited to get back to Liza P. This is what I'm trying to say. So let's just hop back into it. I hope everybody's doing all right today. Yancey says, check out Outlast Trials. Okay, hold on. Before I see, let's see if it's on sale. How about that, Yancey? Let's see if it's on sale, and if it's on sale, I might consider getting it. Though, with that being said, my backlog is so long, it might take a while before I get to it. Outlast Trials. It's still $40. Oh wait, no, that's Outlast 2. That's free. Yeah, we're gonna wait a little bit. Star Wars Outlaws. I saw the clips of it, and it looks pretty bad. It looks really stiff. I don't know what they were thinking showing that game in its state, and it's releasing in what? A month? Yeesh. A little over a month. That's not good. That's not good. But what is good is me playing this game again, man. Hell yeah. I have to figure out the controls again real quick. That's the only difference between that and Rebirth. Oh, whoops. Where are we headed? Is this the way? Is this the way we're supposed to go? There we go, fragments. Path of the Pilgrim. Oh no, I have not seen the podcast. Hold on, let's Just gotta check that out real quick. 1 second. Second. This one. Oh wow, it's like 2 hours. Is it like a specific part, Mikey, or is it like the whole thing? The link, I mean, the link that you sent me, it's a 2-hour podcast. Is it the whole thing, or is it like a segment in it? Whole thing. Okay, cool. Second. Doesn't look like I need the visual thing, so I'm just gonna put it on in the background rather than do this thing.
Oh boy, okay. And as I hit the live button, I almost immediately hit end stream. You guys see the foreshadowing skull and top hat. Totally original. Drew it myself yesterday. First off,
Whoa.
I need to.
What is that?
About something.
What are you?
I have a face. Unfortunately, looks like this. Also, I very conveniently went bald, and it fell into a fade 1. Secondly, or thirdly, I'm losing count. A Haitian man in Florida treated my face like a sheep sheared, and literally just
come from?
nodded over my face. And this very young-looking, this is not an accident, premeditated, but I was violated a little bit with those shears, and my face hurts. I think that can be no better way than to say we got a special one tonight. As y'all drip, drop, drip in, we got some crazy stuff to discuss because, let's face it, we're living in a crazy world. Up is down, down is up. If you're smart enough, you would have known that. Since you weren't, how dare you? We got the Stuck in the Middle crew in the background, people. I don't know if you remember them, folks. I know I made a solemn vow to stay away. They're toxic, but they needed to be here today. I'm going to present. Some of you may recognize, or actually I'm not going to do it one by one because I'm not talented enough, but hey, look, there's a bunch of people here. And to my right, look, yes, see? Remember that one? To my right is, hey, Shamrock. Alright, hashtag, we want Joe, the guy who proudly professes being my troll, and I am his lol cow. He is my internet girlfriend. He loves Joe. What's up, Joe? Good to see you, man. Haven't seen you since we started talking about Project 2025, which we'll put a linchpin on.
Had a hurricane. Sorry, you know how it is.
Yeah. No, you know what? And what's hilarious? Before you reported to me you had a hurricane nearly destroy everything, I made a shout out, call out video to you.
Sounds good, Mikey.
Full of it. That you didn't want to talk about it because I was gonna get my buddy CanCon, and then you're like, yeah, bro. No, I marked myself safe. I see that on Facebook. See a picture of you in front of Wonton Destruction. I'm like, oh. So, I'm glad you're alive. Have you been?
It wasn't that bad for me. Power wasn't out too long, thankfully. Just the internet, but another day in paradise, man.
What's up, Bugs? But okay, another day in paradise. Throw back to my old trailer park where we drank many Jaegers in her I think I know you from somewhere. How the hell are you, bud?
I'm sorry. What's up, Eric? Nice to see you. It's been a while there, Eric.
Yeah.
Name right? Really? Oh, Eli. I'm sorry. Hey.
It's flimsy. I switch it up sometimes. I like to keep it spicy. All right.
I want to say hi to Joe. What's up, Joe? Joe over here.
What's up, Josh?
Just fresh meeting Joe. Joe's a cool guy.
Yep.
Hello, Eli. Nice to see you as well. A little reunion going on. Maybe there's a stuff in the show. Who knows? But thanks for having me, man.
Hello, Barbie. Just a PhD is glad to see us back together again. And with that being said,
Is that my nickname? Long time Josh? Long time Josh. That's my nickname.
Me incomplete without Josh long time. Oh, that sounded so homo. I don't know why that all came out. I was gonna go with a variation of me love you long time.
Can you delete that? Can you go back and just
We're gonna.
delete that?
Yeah, it's live. I'm gonna edit it.
You cut that out.
Cut it out, Charlie. Hey, Dr. J, welcome. Look, Josh,
Wait,
you give the
who
panel
hit
class.
me?
Oh,
Thank you
thank
for
you.
giving the panel class. Well, you haven't met Joe yet, Dr. J, so you know. Rob
That guy in
loves
Elite?
Joe. So everybody let Rob know on. I don't know if there's a special Discord where he waits for me. And now, we leave the best for last. Shakuma Hall. Beachside, voices, hello. How the hell are you, Adam?
Nice, baby.
Where do all
Yeah,
these people
okay,
come from?
Okay, I hear big things have happened. All right, you're pregnant.
But
Boy.
I'm pregnant. Twins.
Fantastic, fantastic. Are you gonna go with the abortion?
Abso-fucking-lutely flush that shit, bro.
All right. Glad we're coming out here.
Hell yeah.
I'm very happy to say the two gentlemen below. I don't know who this fucker to the right is. These are the guys I spent almost 3 years with.
Right to the bottom
Boy.
left.
There is a name. Oh yeah. Sorry, I get this allergic reaction whenever I see a name that reminds me of the guy that just stepped down after the Speaker of the House said he was going to serve his full term.
Do not come.
Nope. Nope. Never. So with that being said, I don't know where to start. I mean, we got the bullshits. I got clips, but what's the first thing that comes to mind? Anybody before I jump in myself?
They just brought it up, Biden stepping out of the race. Not stepping out of the White House. Stepping out to focus on the White House, but
Oh, here's
Alleged.
all right.
see,
I'm getting
early,
Have to switch
the
to the
latest
spear.
in the
What is
campaign that
this?
this has happened for sure.
Now, is it speculation, or is there any truth to the fact that since good old Joe has stepped down, or I guess put his resignation letter on Twitter, since he's done that, has anybody seen the man? Has he been seen? Because I know Kamala got a phone call from him.
Yeah, that was real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But besides that, I don't know if you want to play the clip, but she's like, yeah, no, Joe, hey, thanks to hear your voice call. She was like 3 letters away from saying recording. Who knows if
Good to
recording
know.
she could have just been messing up, but more to the point, have we seen Joe? Is Joe okay? Joe,
Yeah,
Is
he's getting
Joe
over
okay?
COVID. I mean, if
Are
he
you
dies,
Joe okay?
Kamala's automatically president. So
I thought you were going to you're the evil guy from Rocky. If he dies, he dies. I thought you were
So it's crazy that this is exactly where the conversation went, because somebody for the first time today just told me the same speculation that there is apparently some people out there that think he's not around. I never thought that, but it was finally presented to me. Time to test much, but I think that'd be a really big thing to hide. There's enough injuries on the DNC side as it is. So I just don't see. I know we all distrust the government and our institutions entirely, but I mean,
not entirely.
really, you got a little smidgen.
Really? Someone
Yeah,
trusts the
I'd be-
government
if I
a
was
little bit, huh?
All distrusting, I'd be just as crazy if I was all trusting. You know, there's some things out there that
Not really.
You know, a broken clock is right twice or so. You know, even though you're not supposed to use it like that. Like, yeah, every now and again they're right. You know.
And
I've had a healthy skepticism of the government.
Yeah, so right when they
since
tell you that
serving in
the
the
sky is
Army,
blue.
right.
First-hand experience. And thank you for serving. That's So you served in the Army? No shit. How long did you serve for?
4 years.
4 years. And
Yep.
what position? What?
It was I went in for electronics. I
Okay.
aced the ASVAB, so I just picked the thing with the longest school. Got deployed to Iraq and got stuck on guard duty. So I was there for 7 to 9 months. I forget.
How was that experience there?
Eye-opening.
Oh man.
It's incredible. Everyone's still happy and having a good time when they can. You know, kids are still running around after. The locals that we brought on base are optimistic and grateful that we're there. So, yeah, I mean, it showed that even though people live in a shithole, you can still find just through normalness and still be happy.
I was always curious for you guys because when you were over in Iraq, obviously the people who live in Iraq are kind of used to it. It's kind of like saying, oh, you know, people from the 1800s don't know about air conditioning. Well, they didn't know about air, so like they don't know what they're missing. So I understand their side of things because that's kind of like how they live. I've always been more curious about what you guys, the military, how did you guys pass time? I know you're probably pretty scheduled with stuff going on, but in your downtime, like, it just seems like, especially in Iraq at that time, there wasn't probably cell phones. You go on your Facebook, you had to actually do something. Like, what were things that you did to pass time?
There wasn't even internet widely available. So I shipped out in October of 2003, actually March of 2004. So I was there I remember the night when Saddam got captured. But I got a raw deal because when I showed up to my duty station in Germany, my unit was deployed. They got back.
Is that where everybody takes poops at? I'm sorry, I didn't mean
That's where he lost his virginity.
I lost it in Florida properly.
I remember this. Wait, what is this properly? I remember this continuity going differently, and hearing from you after you being stationed in Germany that you lost it there. 2 chicks, something like that.
Oh, I did get around.
Yeah, rock on.
But I didn't lose it. But anyway, so I got my unit. You know, I went to the my electronics, repair a circuit board down to the IC chips, and even below that. Get to Germany. My unit's deployed. They come back. They find one that hasn't been deployed. So even though our job's here, we got stuff started with another detachment, and did that. So downtime, we had, you know, it was 2003. We had money, so you could get a TV, you could get a PlayStation 2. I was happy when I got out of the guard tower and got stuck on that radio operator. Because I and that beat Fallout 1, 2, and Tactics.
Oh yeah.
It seems like anything you could do to kind of change the monotony of one schedule, like even if you could, like, just as you said, change it to night shift, it kind of switches up everything. Mm-hmm. You can kind of experience all this for a few weeks again before it gets monotonous again. And then that's, I mean, that to me would be the most mindfuck because I'm such like a at least right now, like instant gratification. Like I need to be doing something. I couldn't imagine myself just sitting there having to like twiddle my thumbs or whatever, you know, whatever you would have to do because you don't, you know, you're working, you're doing all this stuff. So
well, guard duty
down
is
there
sitting there staring at a wall and making sure people don't jump over it.
Right. Gotta be attentive.
Y'all don't mind if I jump right into something unless there's anything that's
baby.
On your mind. Okay, I think did I already ask the general question about the attempt? All right, if anybody feels any which way, because I think I know how most of us feel, and I know it's a repetition to go over this. I've been interviewing customers and people every day and trying to record as much as possible. Joe.
Yeah.
What is your consensus and/or opinion on the take this place?
Lone wild card shooter. You know, same thing that got Dimebag there. So now he's staying and wanting to get famous. I certainly don't think it was an attempt because they wouldn't pick the kid that got kicked off his rifle team in high school.
I heard that.
So that's my stance.
Okay. I have like 2 separate questions here, and I don't know which one to ask first. I think I want to save the question for Joe for a second. Eli, I just want to ask you one quick question. You said you've been interviewing customers.
Yes.
The totality, the average, what do you think has been the reoccurring theme for the most part, how people feel what happened?
Out of the people I've been asking for the past 5 days now, even though there's, I'd say 3% of them think it was just a lone gunman.
This game is like
98% think something.
I did not expect it to be like as horror oriented as it is.
I think it was even wilder than just something being off.
Okay.
Like
so
and it does it really well.
Impression that like there's more to this reality. You know, on the
they'd be
same
killing like puppets and like robots and
Yeah,
stuff.
it makes sense because people don't have all the details.
Who the hell are you?
No, right now what's going on is we're filling in our own details by the facts that we have. So there could be some things that we're missing. So it makes sense. People want to know. We're filling in things. I'm not going to move on. This is a joke because he said, just like Dimebag Daryl, that it was a fan that attacked Dimebag. Are you implying that it also was a fan? It was a Trump fan who shot at Trump. Do you believe that?
From what the news is reporting, that he's registered Republican, and I know it's not his yard. He was at his parents' house, and they had Trump signs. So, unless it was a interaction against them, that could be a possibility. But it's like you said, they're still investigating it, and I reserve my full opinion for more evidence.
Can I ask you a question now?
Yeah.
If we put up that he's a registered Republican next to his $15 donation to whatever progressive Democrat thing it was, would you consider the registered Republican thing holding more water because it was such a small donation? How do you feel about that? Because if we're going to look at the two with eyes that are like, I don't know about all this, like, aren't they kind of both equal? Why does the right look to just, oh look, he made a donation to Act Blue, and the left is like, no, he was a registered Republican? Because a lot of these places where you have open primaries or whatever, you have to be registered as the side you're going to be voting for the president.
On closed primaries, open primaries,
Sorry, yeah, my bad. Closed primaries. Like, is there a possibility that, like, he voted, he's a Democrat, and he changed
Wanted.
changes as a Republican?
Black Rabbit Brotherhood, a criminal group of 4 stalkers charged with theft, assault, tampering with bodies, and other serious crimes. Their base is Malin District, so be extremely careful when entering it.
What year was that donation?
It was like 2020, 2021. It was very early. It was before his turn to Republican, if I'm not mistaken.
And I'll have to find it, but I've heard reporting that maybe someone else in the state was
Yeah.
What
But
are you donating to what?
It wasn't
Act Blue.
necessarily.
Yeah,
It was some like it had the word progressive. It could have been under the.
Oh my gosh, who are you?
I'm gonna find out real quick.
I know that one guy tried to make a video claiming he was him, the guy with the long hair inside his car. That was going around for a while.
Man.
People were sharing that out the wazoo, when in fact that was just a guy with the same name who wasn't the shooter saying
People
things.
do the craziest shit, bro.
So
He did. By the way, he
Got
did.
baited
As
into getting that thing.
as a registered Republican, he donated $15 to a Democratic organization via Act Blue. That is correct.
It was after he registered as Republican.
Yeah. Strange.
Actions speak louder.
Adam, both actors say both sides. One actor is Republican, the other
Let's start
actor
that
says
Well, I
again.
feel like the Republican's the mask, and then like the donation. Like, what if he was really a Republican? Why wouldn't you donate to something conducive to that?
I mean, I understand your opinion, but what leads you to believe that the Republican is the mask and not the Act Blue being the mask?
The action type of clothing he was kind of camouflaged himself to fit in at an event at the Trump rally. He was wearing demolition
You are.
gear, which is
You're kidding me.
Very popular right-wing conservative gun guy.
I don't.
Yep.
So I think like he was very well studied on what a Trump supporter would wear. So I think it's a little too prepared.
By the way, how did a guy with such a bad shot who got kicked out of whatever he got kicked out of, he was using iron sights. He wasn't using a rangefinder. I mean, I'm sorry. He had a rangefinder, but he wasn't using a sight. He was using when
150 feet out, is that right?
50 yards, just like 300.
Sorry.
So that's weird too. When you think about it, he was kicked out of marksmanship class because he was reckless. Yet he can make a 300 shot.
Oh,
Iron
if
sight.
it's because he's reckless, that's a different thing. You could be reckless and still shoot.
Yeah, touche.
Thank God he was a good shot though, right?
Military, yeah, no shit. Military qualifications, we had to hit silhouettes at 300 yards with iron sights. prone supported and prone unsupported. So using sandbags versus just using your arms.
I feel like that's the biggest thing right now going on with why the left, why the right can go down these rabbit holes, is because of the lack of information we have surrounding what happened. And we're trying to fill in the blanks, so to speak, and you're going to fill in whatever blanks your quote-unquote side or whatever your beliefs are. Those blanks are going to be biased towards how you are perceiving what went down. We got to make sure that we are checking ourselves, like that we know that, like, yeah, like I know this is what I'm saying, but what I'm saying stems from I lean more this way. What I'm saying stems from I lean more this way. You can't do that.
No, correct.
Yeah, well, the thing is, we have to wait for the information, and our patience as a culture has gone down the drain because everything on the internet happens at the speed of light.
So let me read a little excerpt here. The apparent contradiction towards political alignment didn't fit into the narrative. So far, investigators say many questions about his motive remain unanswered. I think that's the consensus we've all grown here. Some social media users, see, this is where I immediately want to just tune out. Seized on the lack of inspiration to false claims, cast doubt whether the government actually made the donation, but the fact is he did, and Crooks made the donation on January 20th, 2021, the same day President Biden was inaugurated. At that point, he would have been 17 years old. He was not eligible, to register at that time. Okay.
But you can donate.
Oh, yes, Progressive Turnout Project.
That's what it's called. That's who we donated to.
I thought Bugs Dude was making a joke about him donating to a Progressive Turnout Project. Let's clarify. He wasn't a viewer here.
Something. I knew he said progressive something. It was like a something under Act Blue. But yeah. Okay.
Whatever happened to the BlackRock angle, though? Wasn't there a commercial that they removed because the guy in the commercial looked exactly like him in the Pennsylvania episode?
I saw screenshots of that, but really didn't care to look at it.
I don't know if it's true, but it's easy to believe.
Water.
For sure.
Yeah.
That is still.
When you get back, Joe, I gotta tag out. I gotta go away too, real quick. Make a pee-pee. What'd you just say, Adam? I'm sorry.
I was asking if anybody confirmed the BlackRock angle, because I know
There's
that
treasure
there was a
even-
commercial with someone who looked like him in Pennsylvania.
There's treasure
in the
to be found in the collapsing
but I
shack.
don't know
Find
if it
out
was
what
ever
happened to the
confirmed
greedy
because
couple.
BlackRock immediately took the commercial down. You can only find remnants of it.
And if you watch it, like that video, whether he's in it or not, the
Shortcut.
person, who is he or looks like he, it's like
Very uncanny.
But it's like a 2-second clip. It's not even like he's like a main. He's just like an extra. He's a background. He doesn't say a word, right? It's just a 2-second, like almost like the camera's moving and he's there.
Well, and that's where the conspiracy theory comes in, because then it's like, oh fuck, if that was him in the video, does he work for BlackRock? Did BlackRock tell him to do? And then you go down that rabbit hole, you know?
Right.
That becomes a huge rabbit hole. That's
Everything
already
changed
being,
after the
dug
doctor
into,
spread the blue
'cause,
medicine. I
to
buried
a
my
lot of people
brother.
I've spoken
Don't
to,
even.
they're like, oh,
I
immediately
don't
that's
even know
them.
it was my
So
brother.
you can
Who was the
almost
doctor?
Kind of empathize.
Whose blue hair is in his
via the
cane?
distrust on how they would think this connection means it's the one size fits all. It's definitely confirmation. It's not. But the fact of the matter is, because I wasn't sure if that was true or not, it is a BlackRock Pulse commercial that included the shooter, so that is a fact. So it's strange.
Yeah, everywhere was reporting on it for a day.
But that's as far as I can go. I think the elite have a very sick, twisted sense of humor, and sometimes they shine things in our faces, but I'm not willing to commit
Get
to
that on the
theory.
nose.
Yeah.
What's like there's like a saying about coincidence, something like that. Like it doesn't have to be. I forget exactly what it is, but is there? I do need a plug. Yes, I do. Anyway, BRB. But it's
On that note. Okay, alright, so I'm kind of just archiving going through some of the stuff. Sending. Okay, here. One that kind of feeds into growing conspiracy stuff, which is not what I've set out tonight. Right.
All right, not bad, not bad,
So
not bad.
I found one of these. This is definitely on the right wing side. I'm gonna present it. Let me know if you guys can hear it all right, because I know my audio is not always the best. Let me actually raise it, and let's see which one this is. I think this one is inferring that one of the Secret Service agents already knew what was gonna happen and actually had 2 citizens move out of the way. You see, you be the judge. Here we go.
So there's some circulating the Trump assassination was an inside job. They're saying this video
Sorry, try again.
So there's some circulating around the internet that the Trump assassination was an inside job. And they're saying this video proves it. Look at this. Now this guy right here, the Secret Service agent, I imagine. He looks the part. He is coming over, and it looks like he's getting out of where the shot's about to come from. He tells these people, hey, move over this way. And he's staying kind of crouched down, like he's expecting a shot to happen. Oh, then a shot happens, and he didn't run to protect the president.
It's a stabby stab, huh? Doesn't look like a stabby stab sword.
And I thought he's supposed to run and protect the president. But this guy is crouched down right there.
Mic test 1 2 1 2.
Thoughts?
boy.
Alright.
Round 2, huh?
I think it's just a demonstration of what they're gonna do when the shots go off till the shots go off. Like everybody thinks they're gonna be really badass, take a bullet from someone, but like you don't know what you're gonna do until the shots go off from.
Do you?
No, it looked like he was just asking those people to move. He was ducking because everyone's taking videos. So,
Trying not to get his head in the shot.
Kind of believe that that's not to throw any shade at people that I know, but that's just not good enough. Pure presentation and almost making the dots connect. That is not a sell for me.
Well, we don't even know if he's Secret Service. The guy said, I think he's Secret Service. I think.
Yeah.
Like,
It looks like the Secret Service.
that sounds like a qualified argument if I ever heard one, bro. I think it's the Secret Service.
Now,
I
here's a
think
safety reminder for all the malcontents of the Marlin
This
district.
definitely is starting out
The
weak.
nasty puppies invaded our
okay, we can
agree
territory.
it was weird,
Be
right?
careful.
Yeah, okay. So, alright, let me get out of the archives.
Target
I mean,
info
yeah,
unnamed,
it's
affiliation sweepers,
2024.
codename Cat,
There's a
joined a
lot-
group
it
as an
hasn't been
apprentice
since Reagan,
stalker, but
someone took a
is
shot at the
inactive
president.
in the
I
group.
just mean, like, you
He
know, like,
has
when you
been
look
reported
at,
multiple
like, when
times
you're
for ignoring
hearing
ranks
after
and
the
neglecting
fact, now
duty.
that it's, like, a little bit
Copying
after
in
the fact,
contact
we've
for the
heard
past
counter-snipers talk about
year
it, we've
with
heard
the
executive
Fox,
security
a bastard
people talk
stalker,
about it. The perimeter should
under
have been
investigation for leaking
well
secrets,
covering
but
where the
has not
shooter
responded
wasn't
yet.
The perfect, what they called like the perfect sniper's nest.
As it is with
Like,
the
if you were gonna
bastards,
shoot
she's
someone,
assumed to
that
have
was the
been
roof to do it
ousted from noble
So
succession.
how the
The interesting thing
how
is,
do you
she
not
claims that
have
a
people
cat is
watching
a bastard
that
of the
roof?
family, so in other words, her lost
I
sibling.
mean, let's go with this.
If any of
I
the
like-
information
I'm
above is
sure
reliable,
it's
the cat
overplayed
is
by now.
possibly a spy
Hanlon's razor,
from
are
the
we familiar with
bastards.
Hanlon's razor?
It's an
Yes, from the
unofficial
yes.
Do
interrogation,
not
so there are no
attribute
restrictions
to
to the
malice
methods
what can be
available.
attributed to stupidity, incompetence. So that's what I always have to start off with first. And then I can go down the rabbit hole of there are some weird things that happen here, you know? Like how many times can incompetence happen in a row where it's not okay, they got word of him 3 hours before, an hour before, 26 minutes before, 2 minutes before. Not one of those times did someone think, okay, let's not get Trump on the stage. It could be all incompetence. It could be all the fact that standards have been lowered ever since people started hating on cops and you know, DEI stuff. You know,
DEI hires.
meritocracy has gone down, and if you look like this, if you act like this, you can get in, you can have the position. So this all could play a role in that. Does it mean it was malicious? I don't know. Usually things tend not to be on the malicious side. It tends to be incompetence, and I can greatly say that because
That's
out
what
of all the
Ross
things in
was
history,
saying.
we can probably millions of things have happened in history. A small percentage of them have been malicious, where there's been assassination attempt, and on the grand scheme of things, what I'm saying, not like small as in like two things, but a lot of things have happened. Out of those, a lot of things, 1%, 10%, 1 to 10% have been malicious as far as politics and stuff like that.
And
You got a
I think you can
Stargazer
use
soon,
that
man.
razor, especially in this scenario, because it's the Secret Service having to coordinate with the local law enforcement agency. You know how long? I don't know yet how long before, but clearly, like a lot of the people were telling police that there was a shooter an hour before. Why was what was going on at the Secret Service, and why wasn't that communicated or taken serious?
Right.
So I wanted to play this. I think this is pretty related here, real quick. Did you guys watch some of the hearing for this lady who's getting torn? She did finally. She resigned.
Say, Director, we're
Good. He deserves it.
Yeah.
pretty close to the halfway point during this.
I caught some snippets.
You answered more questions with an ABC reporter than you have with members of Congress. We have a lot more questions. The American people are demanding that we get answers to those questions, and that's what the purpose of this hearing is today. So I'm sure a lot of the questions that have already been asked are going to be asked again, and hopefully we can get some answers to those questions. I strongly implore you to answer those questions. You're here with a subpoena, and we expect you to answer the questions.
Specific answers. Most of my questions are going to demand a yes or no answer. Do you understand?
I do.
Okay, my first question. Both sides of the aisle today have asked for your resignation. Would you like to use my 5 minutes to draft your resignation letter, yes or no?
No, thank you.
Was this a colossal failure?
It was a failure.
Yes or no? Was it a colossal failure is the question. Yes or no?
I have admitted this is a terrible.
This is a yes or no series of questions. Was this a
I like
colossal
this lady.
failure?
This
Yes or
lady,
no?
I'm over here.
Yes.
He's a cunt.
You know that
Was this
stalker,
tragedy
the Hound?
preventable? Yes
Wow.
or no?
I didn't know he was
Yes.
still alive.
Has the Secret
Thank
Service
heavens.
been transparent with this
I
committee?
haven't seen him in person.
Yes.
And I don't know how
Would
I'd
you say
react.
the fact that we had to
How do
issue
you
a
thank the
subpoena
man who
to get
saved
you
your
to show
life?
up today as
I'm
being
so glad
transparent?
that someone
Yes
so
or
kind
no?
has reached safety.
I have always been
Yes
eager
or
to
no?
And
You didn't want to
speaking
answer
of
the
safety,
question. We had to
please
issue a
take care of
subpoena to get you to
yourself
show
out
up
there.
today. That is not transparent, by the way.
You're not the only
You
one
stated
who's
earlier,
curious.
Secret Service is
Most
not
people get
political. Is
around
that
to asking
correct?
where I'm from.
Yes.
Okay,
My
would you
looks
say
give it
leaking
away,
your
don't
opening
they?
statement to Punch
Suffice
Full
it to
News,
say, I'm from the
Politico's
country of the
playbook,
morning,
and Washington
beyond
Post
the ocean.
several
I have
hours
no idea
But I
before
wouldn't be much of a
sent
tour
it to
guide.
this committee
All I know
as
about
being
it is
political.
their weapons.
Yes or no?
My family was
no
a
idea
house
how
of
my
weapons
statement got out.
specialists. It's quite a reputation to live up to.
That's bullshit. So,
They almost
Mr.
took
Chief,
charge of
Chief,
planning for the
I'd
grand
like to ask
exhibition.
unanimous
Ooh,
But
she
that's their
girl, she's
reputation,
so
not
cool
mine.
in politics.
And they deserted me when I
all
was little.
done at 5:24 a.m., 6:12 a.m.,
Kinda
6:54
I don't even
a.m.
know who they
A
are.
solid 3 to 4 hours
And
before
my
this committee
reputation is
got
my
your
own.
statement.
Without objection to
I
order.
suppose my only connection to them would be
Is the Secret Service
Weapons.
fully cooperating with our committee?
Yes.
Okay, you say you're fully cooperating with this committee.
Materials are what we're
On
missing.
July 15th, this committee sent you a list of demands of information that we wanted. Has the Secret Service provided this committee a complete list of all law enforcement personnel that were there that day? Have you done that? Have you provided a list to the Oversight Committee? Yes or
I
no?
will have to get back to you on that.
That is a no. Have you provided all audio and video recordings in your possession to this committee, as we asked on July 15th? Yes or no?
I would have to get back to you.
That is a no. You're full of shit today. You're
She's
wanna-
helping herself, to be fair, bro. Like,
I know she's not, but like the other person, I just don't like the fake. I don't like
The edge board.
Yeah.
I saw it's not on
It's gonna
sale
be a
right
clip.
now,
I'm gonna clip.
so I'm
Look,
gonna
I
wait
think
till
you're
it
full of
is.
Shit. Like let's just.
Got a big black backlog I need to get to,
Cheeto,
Yancey.
Did you see, like, you know how she was answering the questions, right? She's like, "Yep, nope, we definitely, we fucked up there."
Check something real quick.
But you know what?
before
She
I head
still
back.
gives the Secret Service.
I'll make
She
sure that
still gives. Is like,
line
listen,
doesn't-
that I admit that shooting was the worst.
I must have missed this. Anyways. Hey there, fellas.
Oh, I saw you go into the factory. But you're here. So, wait. You came out of the factory? That's a new one.
I thought you would have been burnt to a crisp. But look at you. All intact.
Brother, being too frank is rude. We should praise him for being stronger than he looks. Why not join forces? Play our cards right, and we could defeat the villains who rule this area.
I can use
They're
friends.
the Black Rabbit Brotherhood. The baddies who torment the residents around here.
We heard their hideout is stuffed with treasure. And it's a good time to liberate this place as well. Pretty sweet deal, don't you think?
All you have to do is create a distraction. That's it. The rest we can handle.
So, you're gonna... Smart choice. Look at our smart friend, Gato.
We're no slouches in the fisticuffs department in a pinch. You lead. We'll bring up the rear and watch for hidden threats. What do you think? Not bad, eh? How are you done?
Hey. It's rude. I'm way stronger than these guys, man. Kind of like a co-op thing going on over here, man. Cluster grenade, eh? Sounds like that might come in handy somewhere down the line.
Oh, hold up. It's been a while since I worked like that. I got aches, you know? And I wouldn't want to cramp your style. I'll take a breather here, then catch up later.
You are a pussy. Sharp pipe. Oh. Surprised they gave me a strong parry there. LeBluey's winery has a long history. Vintage wines starting alongside the revival of Krotz. Its rosy color known as the Ruby of Heaven. Its delicately matured scent and taste. Its wonderful aftertaste. Even the legendary stalker enjoys LeBluey's. Taste wine chosen by the one who stood at the pinnacle. I have to put that YouTube video back on.
Discovered name. Extrapolate that, and you're like,
worst Secret Service blunder in decades, but we still give our agents an A grade.
Oh, she gave the D team an A grade. That's nice.
She still gives them an A grade for the biggest blunder in decades, but they're like, no. She's cool though. I mean, they're cool. I know them personally. Like, that was an accident.
They performed well for the bench warmers.
I mean, Reagan was a direct hit, and that Secret Service director stayed on for like another 5 minutes.
Right.
I'm worried that it's going to slow down the investigation, but I'm curious to see what they find, because I was just reading a New York Times article about, because I didn't have a chance to watch all the deposition today, but the state police commander's testimony was that during the walkthrough, Butler ESU was responsible for the area, and that was said by several Secret Service agents on the walkthrough.
Like, here's my problem with that, Joe. It's like, which could be true, right?
Yes, but it's agencies are gonna, when two agencies work together like this,
yes, I get it.
Signals are gonna get crossed, idiots are gonna happen.
Right.
So right now,
You're the
stupidity
Secret
seems
Service.
like the best.
No, touche, and I guess that's where I'm getting with it, because, but it, in the same breath, it could be malicious. But the Secret Service is like, here's local PD. It's
Doing
like
a solo
it's the
mission and
Secret
I'm
Service's
on the verge of
job
pooping
to
yourself.
follow up
Yancy.
with local PD, but like, hey,
You're gonna tell every
you get
Mexican
that,
girl that you meet
get
that you poop yourself
If they
playing
were just
video
like, hey, you
games.
guys mind doing this for us? And local PD's like, yep, don't mind. And Secret Service's like, all right, well, we'll see you later. Like, that's weird. That's incompetence at the very least. Malicious at best. We don't know yet. But it's hard to not want to go down some of these paths when incompetence, when thing after thing happen that we're supposed to every 3 hours, 1 hour, 2 hours, like
like he flew a drone, bro.
I know. How do you
surveilled the area in an area that you're not supposed to be able to fly drones? He got on a roof with a rifle. where
I'll just impress
no
him
one
with
was
some
supposed to
street
be.
corn to smooth it all over.
With a ladder he brought, and not
Street
just
corn,
any
the corn that
roof,
comes
but
out of your butt.
perfect
Is that street corn?
to shoot where he was shooting at.
gonna poop on them, Yancey? How do you know they're into
that's a
that?
monumentally large
What if they're
fuck
not?
up. Like, I'm all for, like, happy little accidents, you know, we're all Bob Ross fans here, but,
disgusting.
like, this was a massive fuck up.
Joe.
Human history's full of massive fuck-ups. We should watch some plants exploding.
Right? Joe, I got a question for you as far as the rules of engagement in war. If you see somebody, like let's say you're over in Iraq as you were, and I don't know a good situation to at least do a layman's term half-ass comparison to, but you see dudes with guns and they're coming at you. Are you allowed to engage, or can you only engage until they fire? Like what is the reasonable discernment you have to make to engage with them?
So the rules of engagement it changes depending on whatever you're doing.
Okay.
So if you're on a convoy out on a mission,
They all love a little
you're gonna have
Cornwig
different
with some
rules of engagement
with some
versus spending your
Tajin.
time on
What's
a guard duty
Tajin?
post.
Tajin
And
your
so,
balls.
Out in a convoy, I only did a couple, thankfully. And speaking of incompetence, we on my first convoy, I was in the lead vehicle with the convoy lieutenant, who was a complete idiot, and the drive was 2 hours. It took us 4 because she kept making wrong turns.
Ooh.
And had the U-turn. This is a fucking second.
Aw, boo!
And
I was being clever.
after like the third wrong turn, the rest of the convoy went the right way, and the lead vehicle and the 2 trucks behind us got stuck in a traffic jam in downtown Baghdad for like an hour trying to get through it.
No, never heard of a Tajin.
A traffic jam in Baghdad is more people than cars. You have people walking between vehicles on the road because it's gridlocked. No one gives a fuck. So the whole time I'm waiting to just jump out.
I'm not white at all!
A situation like that, you could take action yourself.
Not white.
Defend yourself.
Tight.
Guard duty, you take more work to hold it in. You gotta have it on fire.
If you're out in action, so to speak, you can engage when you feel something is worthy of it. If you're kind of in your space, so to speak, you need to wait.
Yeah, the rules of engagement are going to be clarified for each day, each mission. The 3-mission brief that, and this is the kind of planning I'm talking about, that when you got a police agency, a local police agency, federal agency,
Wait, what happened there?
different standards, that
Man.
are going to get crossed and shit's going to get missed. But yeah, the rules of engagement.
You're gonna have to
and
call them
it can be
leering
handed
sour
down
cream.
from upper levels in
Ouch.
certain areas.
You guys are
yeah,
you
you
guys
can't
are
just
so
go
mean to
fire
me.
willy-nilly.
I bring that up though
This is
because
so mean.
Because you say, as you said, as you made a great point of, the situation matters. If my job as a Secret Service agent, as a sniper, is to protect the president of the United States of America, I don't think you have to wait until they fire a first shot to fire that. Do you? Like that's
No, I would think a counter sniper should have. If the counter sniper would have got him in his sights, they should have took the shot. But
apparently they left their posts.
Yeah, but the one video we see with the sniper on the roof, you see the 3 shots go off, and he goes back and he takes his shot. 3 or 5 shots. That guy didn't leave his post. Why did he have to wait until shots were fired? Now allegedly they're saying, oh, we didn't know if that was friendly because we told local PD. They had that roof. They were wondering, maybe.
Or they might have been watching the crowd. They could have had different. You're supposed to have overlapping sectors of vision, and with that building being a hotspot, it should have been in at least 2 different positions of vision.
And you know the video I'm talking about, when you see the sniper fire a shot, because it doesn't look like he was down. It looks like he was kind of almost in that area, and then he kind of aimed up against it, turned a little bit, and first shot. I don't know the ratio of how many shots he shot. Allegedly, they shot 1, they killed him or something like that.
Leading into the conversation, one of our old friends, he used to go by Ken something and another. Dystopian sent a timeline, which I think is I've never seen this, and maybe this could be valuable.
Pull it up.
Yep, this is that lady. There we go.
Oh,
Right
look
up
at
there.
that pink dress.
You're full of shit.
All right, so I guess the video is also like to see the mission statement. Plenty of time and opportunity to eliminate the threats. I guess we know which way this is gonna go.
Is this a 60-second video?
That's
Because
funny,
there's a video
man.
that
That's
shows
funny.
2 minutes leading up to the first shots that were fired. So I don't know if that timestamp's correct, but
I haven't seen either. Let's check it out.
So what if I'm white?
With
Yancey,
This is
he's
the 2 minute
probably
video.
the white man who
I was looking at
says,
the timestamp.
"This ain't my first rodeo, and
some
it's
Paul
never
That
been to
turn is
one."
Crazy, though.
I'm getting too nervous.
You know what, Mikey?
Oh god.
You're not wrong. You are not wrong.
Guys, technically, as much as Trump shits on illegal immigrants, technically they saved his life. Because had he not been talking about them and looking over to his prompter, he wouldn't be here. So the people, the people he's allegedly after.
Side intervention. Awakening moment.
Them legal apples, huh? What do you guys think about those legal apples?
You know what? We're not gonna build a ball anymore. The ball is a silly idea. Silly idea.
Build a lot of trees out there. A lot of apples.
I can't get out of here.
Another grandiose think tank or I just watched it last night. But all right, let's do this real quick.
Bro.
Yeah, someone's on top of the roof. Look.
You know what, Yancey?
Right there, see him?
When it comes to dealing with trolls, this ain't my first rodeo, okay? Alright? Okay?
What's happening?
Yeah, this is the 2-minute video.
Oh, look. There he is.
You'd think at this point they're rushing him off the stage.
They're already got an officer.
Well, these are civilians seeing this.
Who?
In recorded history, we're the best border. In fact, if they could ever put up a chart, I don't know if they can do it. You guys have access to that chart that I love so much.
No, I'll bring a Doge to the cookout.
Even more.
Just ask Mikey.
Boring. I try and explain that. Oh, there's a wow. You guys are doing it. They're getting better. Take a look at that chart. Take a look at the arrow on the bottom. See the big red arrow, right? So that's when I left office. That was the lowest point, and that comes right from the...
I recognize the error, guys. When he said red arrow, forgot red hat. It's a red arrow. I understand.
Services. Border Patrol. Take a look at that. So that arrow is the lowest amount of illegal immigration ever recorded in history into our country.
Did not mean to do that.
And then the worst president in the history of our country took over. Probably 20 million people. And you know, that's a little bit old, that chart. That chart's a couple of months old. And if you see something that says...
Oh yeah, you're more of a deviled eggs guy.
And there's a
Mikey
timer at the bottom of the video, as you can
truthfully
see, 2 minutes,
admits
2
that
seconds, and 88
I did
milliseconds.
bring the Doge.
Unbelievable. And that's the word that I keep using, honestly. It's totally genuine in my reaction. I just keep thinking in my head.
Yancey's gotta come out to LA and
say that, but of course,
California.
Oh, it's unbelievable.
We'll show him
I am struggling to believe
what the Doge life is all about, you know?
Aren't we all?
So the guy screamed out he's got a gun to the police we presume the police at 58 seconds, and a minute and 4 seconds later, shots.
I think if that's any other VIP on stage with any other Secret Service detail, the second you hear from the crowd he's got a gun, the Secret Service are rushing the stage, getting the VIP out of the kill box.
That's next
trying
year,
to get
Yancey.
some
That's
scopes on fucking target.
a year from now,
I don't
man.
know.
I don't know if I can wait that long.
I mean, we'd like to think that.
Might be out of Dodge by then, Yancey.
I mean, but
You never
we
know.
what happens instead, so.
Does any of what we just saw continue to feed into this consensus of
Comic-Con's in San Diego. That's where Mikey lives. He lives,
I need to see, what they sign up
along
on.
the lines of that area.
Statements from women that stepped down. I know there's stuff that I'm missing.
They interviewed other people too, for some people too.
So we do, in fact, have to wait for more information.
I'd like to know if anybody, I'm sorry to cut you off, because I had it and I lost it, it just came to me again. I gotta get it out real quick. It's like verbal diarrhea. Where in the timeline were the two police officers climbing up the ladder and the police officer spotted them, the crooks put his gun at him down? How soon after that? Because I hear mixed things. I hear that as soon as he pointed the gun at him, the officer went down, and that's when he turned around and got in prone firing, so he didn't have time to really set up his shot. Or then I hear it was like 30 seconds, or I hear it was like 45 seconds. For that, or if it was 45 seconds, seconds, of course. So if that's the case,
dude, why didn't it? Oh, it was on the wrong thing.
Not set up his shot because he got kind of interrupted. So if it was right before the first shot, I guess he had no time to let anybody else know that, hey, there's a gunman on the roof, because the gunman just turned right around and started shooting.
Yeah, San Diego's much more close to those big titty Mexican girls that you like. I mean, you'll get them in LA, but San Diego, yeah, it's close to the border,
usually on
so
their chest, right?
you know,
They'd just be like, hey,
fish in a barrel for Yancey.
You know what's funny? It's like we really are overestimating the police, and like we have so many videos that we talk about of how bad they are from time to time.
San Diego's like 2 hours away driving.
Well, they're usually
usually a minute response time. That makes sense.
But like that's the only thing you're doing at that event, right? I mean, I guess like overall event security could have been handled by the PD, but they failed on that.
Don't
too.
tell me that,
People
Yancey.
in the audience died. Two people
I feel
got
guilty.
Like,
I feel like I'd be aiding and abetting
How is that at all?
kids with daddy issues.
Like, I would get it if it was one officer and one Secret Service agent, but like, I've already said it looked like they had the D team out there. The shooter was in a position he should have never fucking shot. The police department failed in their duty to secure that roof. That was really their responsibility. Like, there were so many failures that, like, I understand why people feel there's a malicious element. Because so many things went wrong at once. Like, I get that things go wrong, but like, not in this way. Everyone who was supposed to do their job that day made
Oh, look at what happened during 9/11. To communicate with
Make the white boy
FAA.
take you to get the best
like
Chinese
NORAD
food
didn't
in
have direct
Tijuana.
connection with the FAA. Dr. J. Banana's pointing out that local PD.
I don't know anything about Tijuana, man. Why would I take him?
So I
Unless you're not
wonder
talking
if
about me.
like this.
But the joke
will
implicitly
then get them
implied,
like, oh,
the
shit,
inside
we
joke
need to
implicitly
have a
implied that
channel
I'm the
to
white boy.
communicate with feds. Hopefully they figure out better communication. If this was
You
just
guys are so
contact,
mean to me.
this
Yeah.
we all gotta have a better type of communication between one another when we're protecting VIP, as Koo Geist did.
I may have found just an excuse and reason to play a video, but it
So they are only 2 hours away. I can hit them both up on there. Then.
Pretty
Yeah.
fresh, and it's a
Yep.
real disturbing example of incompetence.
I feel like Yancey's going to be definitely
only in
more of a
reversal
San Diego
where
guy than an LA guy.
Too soon. I might have to age restrict the video playing this. Have you guys heard about the case of the woman with
God,
the boiling water? And the cop just walked inside the house.
No.
Okay. All right. I got the full unedited version, so I'm going to personally be careful. But
sounds hot.
Kind of segue. Yeah. Pun Master Flex strikes again.
Sounds like assault.
Oh, they're getting.
Why do you want to see red
I hope
trees,
the man gets
Yancey?
fired.
Why not blue trees?
Backdrop context.
Why not
This
purple
woman,
trees?
I'll admit, let's watch the full video. Maybe it's later. This is just it just seems maybe a tad confused, but that doesn't make any of what happens right.
Close
Let
to
me
Oregon.
get the tail of tape rolling. I'll explain where I have to, and I'm gonna try to bleep out the tragic part.
Well, we checked the yard, we walked around the whole block, we didn't see anybody. You know, we don't. We check the whole area. It's walking around.
Let's do it this time.
I'd like feedback, chat, and you guys if you do feel her behavior is strange at all. But once this officer just walks in without permission or warrant, the line is crossed and everything goes to hell.
Not that it matters. I'm just curious. Why is he there?
Oh no. She called because she thought she heard something strange near her home. So he and his partner did a search of the perimeter, and then the subject changed the vehicle in her driveway that's not hers, and this guy he's not wearing the body cam either. So, these are the horror stories, man. This is one of the, like, not even hyperbolic or worse things. We've seen a lot. This is pretty bad. This is damn just
I don't know what to do. Do with what? Huh? What do you need help with?
Nothing. I just wanted to see if I could help.
What do you want help with?
Huh?
What do you want help with?
I heard somebody outside.
Yeah, we checked your house, we checked your backyard. I walked all the way through all these backyards. We checked the front
Yancey's
yard.
going to do a West Coast trip.
Nobody's out
West
there.
Coast tour.
Nope. Check the whole area. You still don't answer the door.
Why does that matter?
I got you.
Say again?
Why does that matter?
Yeah, good question.
Alright. Is there anything else we can do for you? Is there anything else I can do for you?
What a dickhead.
Okay. Alright. Doing alright mentally? Yes. Sure? Alright.
Alright, mentally, fair question.
That's not a fair question. You know, what if she was not doing all right mentally? Hey, you feeling okay? You mentally insane person? You doing all right mentally? That's like what you tell someone who's angry. It's like, relax. You know, you say, that's not
one of the few times where I'm trying to be the devil's advocate because I hate what this cop did.
Well, yeah,
Are you kidding me, dude?
Everyone thinks they're always fine doing mentally.
Nonsensical question. I think the cop was confrontational from the get-go. You can kind of tell. There's some annoyance. He wants to get something.
He's mocking her and shit.
He's expecting her to be like, well, you know what? That's funny you do ask. I do not feel all right mentally.
Having a breakdown as we speak because you're
You like hot water?
Yeah, you're like, well, just wait.
I just saw one.
Come on.
Get some hot water.
Alright. That's not your black car though. The SUV?
It seems a little spacey though. I will give, not that that matters, but
Yeah.
there's a little space.
Dude, I smoked a bowl the other day and answered the door to 2 special agents.
David Mary 43556.
I think fireworks.
Yeah.
Alright, so he just invited his happy ass in there. He walked in. You know, there was no request to do so. He just walked on in.
But the other officer's in there first. Did he ask? Or
There was no invitation. He didn't ask. He just walked in. Then he began you know, you got ID. That was not the point of the call here. I don't know, maybe I don't know.
She called you.
For the record, she already did walk into the kitchen. I think the turn off the stove for the water.
One second, okay?
Who's she talking to?
I think she called 911, or that was 911 on the line. I'm not
call
sure.
911. I don't know if she's still on the phone with him.
Yeah,
Let's go to Portland,
exactly.
Portland, then LA. Then I'll avoid it. Then Portland is a hellhole. It
loving
sure
husband,
is,
like,
especially in this day and age.
You want me to wait for what? But she keeps on going for paperwork and stuff.
Is there a Florida accent, Yancey? And if so, do you have one?
Why? Again, this wasn't necessary.
Yeah, your ID's gonna be in the bag on the floor.
Look around. Clearly, it's not all together.
Yeah. Hey, I just need your name.
It might be in the Bible. Well, we got it.
And did she grant when they asked her to come in, did she verbally say yes, or they just walk?
Nope, just walk in.
They kind of just followed her in her house.
No walk in. Yes, they followed her.
I wonder if they can use that as like a blessing. Well, she didn't say no, and she let us. She did. You know what I mean? Like, I wonder if that's. You don't need a verbal.
You mean you don't want to visit a wonderful Democrat-ran city that is a hellhole? Culturally enriched is the word I think they're looking for, Mikey.
You're saying this doesn't turn out good?
My God, dude, I'm getting
video
wrecked.
for the context, so you guys can get a feeling of, it is a little off, but nothing to about this.
Rhythm is so off.
No, but I don't know if a lot more depending on what state you're in.
Thank God.
If you're the one who called
Patience
911, do
amulet.
they have to verify that it is you, whoever you gave your name to the dispatcher. They have to verify that it is also you, so they're making sure they answered the call. Like, I don't know what they have to, like, if I don't, I'm not giving you my ID.
The rest of my comment is the joke.
Yeah.
It depends on what part of Florida you're in and what ethnic group you are. If the general Floridan accent for white people is country.
I don't know, it's a flex
Yes,
to me, but
I have
maybe
it because I'm
he's gonna
seventh
go on and
generation
on about
Floridian.
behavior. I know he
The
brings
other
that up
accent
to
is
the-
Spanish,
the
one
chief
which is
of the
becoming more
sergeant
common.
later on. Oh, man, and then, well...
Do you know
Yeah,
Florida
seems
Man,
real
Yancey?
dangerous. We're gonna get to it.
Is he a friend of yours? You get over here. Get over here. Oh no.
Oh, wait, the stove is still on, sorry. The water is boiling, and now I have to be very careful.
Can you pause real quick?
Yeah.
It seems, and this is just what the chat is saying, AJOT says, even if she granted permission verbally or not, she can revoke consent at any time for her to kick them out. But if I'm not mistaken, what AJOT is saying is it's protocol to get ID if she's the one making the report.
Beat that elite.
They have to verify that they answered the call, so to speak. So I get that, but it's still like it does seem kind of like the cops are already fishing, I don't know.
I'm in Central Florida by Orlando. My family comes from
accomplished,
Panama City and
before
Melbourne.
the entry. I mean, hey, can I get your name? Or can you get
You didn't answer my question, Yancey. Do you know Florida Man personally? Is he a family member of yours? Is he a friend?
But I have to tiptoe a bit here because it's gonna go from 0 to 100 soon. Okay, so
You
while
are
she-
Florida Man.
she grabbed the-
I haven't seen your picture in the newspaper yet, Yancey.
Apparently got
Oh no, I think you
nervous,
might be.
okay? So they're afraid of acorns. They're afraid of this.
I think you might be Frauda Man.
Water and pots. So
This is what happens when you defund the police and you don't have
Florida
proper
Man coming to
hire
LA.
proper people with good training. You're going for people who are going to take a pay cut, who really don't know what they're doing. I wholeheartedly believe that.
Absolutely, I stand by that. Actually.
Also, they're terrible at de-escalating.
Well, that training
100%.
the shit out of them. So.
Did you happen to hear what she said right as I paused it?
Are y'all moving?
No.
What
I rebuke you in the name of Jesus.
Why?
She said that she was joking when the cop was starting to, I think, up. So let me tell it.
A little bit. I'm gonna shut up a little.
Very annoying.
Oh, wait for your hot steaming water. Yeah. Better fucking not. I swear to God, I'll fucking shoot you right in your fucking face.
Okay. That's it. That's it. Fires 3 times and she is hit in the face.
What?
Yep. And
he told her he was gonna.
For rebuking?
For the rebuke. And what's so disturbing, first off, the officer that does the act, he doesn't have his body cam on the entire time, his partner.
And that's the one that walked in first, too.
Correct. Again. And the partner, after she's down, he's kind of, he's calm and cool, but he's like, I need to get a kit, we need to help her. He's like, no man, that was a headshot, it's done. You know, it is what it is. And the partner had to go in with the car and breathe it out. This man was just like, hey, you know, it's Monday.
What a psychopath.
I don't want to get her, you know.
This is probably like, what's 2024? 8 years ago, 2016.
Hey, is that the other
Yeah.
camera?
Most definitely. Like, they'll play a few. I just wanted to preface that. I had a conversation with one of my buddies who was a cop, and we had a long conversation because this is when the shit was kind of going a little crazy with the police. And we agreed that profession does seem to attract like the type A personalities. Like he was like, man, there's a lot of people who are there who are just waiting for their moment to do something. And he felt in this precinct that those people
Can't catch a break
outnumber
here.
the normal people.
Yeah.
And one of those people.
You
who
are
just,
not
like,
prepared
wait,
for the
I mean,
Florida
how do you-
man
how do
shenanigans
you
that are
shoot
coming.
Somebody who wants to throw boiling
Oh my God,
water at
Yancey,
you?
I don't
know
think I
that's
am
gonna
either.
hurt,
And
but-
she didn't.
I don't think I am either, man.
No.
When I paused, when he yelled, she got scared.
I'm not trying to have a.
She didn't pick up the boiling water.
I'm not trying to get arrested,
She threw her
Yancey.
hands up.
She said, I'm
And-
sorry.
Did you actually
I am
heard
been
that?
practicing the
He was
actions.
zoned in. The decision was made.
I've even done some
And,
before Florida Man
just
and
to clarify,
didn't get hurt.
Ross
So
picked up on that.
wait, what are the actions, Mikey? What are the actions?
That's it.
You're gonna burn
I'm
me,
not in the
huh?
know
You're
here.
not gonna rebuke me today, sister.
You know what? I'll appeal.
Fucking roid raged out.
Let me appeal to the evangelical base. That was a demon.
That was supposed to scare me, but it
Said the
didn't.
word, bro. Set it off. Boom. But
I don't think anybody's defending that, right? I guarantee nobody who says back to blue looks at that and says, yup.
what do you think Brock would say? I want to show him that video.
I will speak for Brock here, and I will tell you Brock probably thinks that's disgusting, and that guy should be charged with murder. I guarantee you. I guarantee you. Because if you're saying how the video played out, where she dropped it, there was no, like, forward momentum. Like, even then, it's boiling water. It's not death. You know what I mean? So, like, I don't know
Well,
how
based on escalation of force, though, like I was having a discussion on a unrelated police video a while back with one of my cop buddies. So escalation of force means if you use force that can cause grievous bodily injury, they can kill you. They don't have to operate in the same lethal force. They can move up one level.
Right. It doesn't always mean they can kill you. It means, like, if they're punching you, you can move up to a taser. A taser, sorry.
But I mean, boiling water would be like a weapon in that case.
Yeah, but
15
she
feet
didn't
away.
come at him. Yeah, but that's the if that didn't happen. If she came at him, he could shoot her. If she didn't come at him,
okay.
If he wasn't a pussy, he would have shot her.
What weapon could you consider boiling water to be akin to? Because it's a non-lethal weapon.
well, not
50
lethal, but I
caliber.
mean, like, But I would say that it could cause grievous bodily injury, and if it can cause grievous bodily injury and the officer can...
Okay, how about this? If someone's coming at you with a fucking stick, or someone's coming at you with the machete, there is a difference, right? Between the type of injury you could get?
Yeah, 100%. But I don't think anybody in here wants a pot of boiling water thrown.
That's what he says.
No, but you took an oath to protect and serve. You didn't take an
I
oath
wrote a little
to take
Tykes
boiling hot
Flintstone
water to
part
the dome.
down to 45% grade road to a boat launch. We made a ramp at the end, plus I was holding a Roman candle in each hand. We lit before we started rolling.
To protect and serve. I know what the Supreme Court.
Yeah, that sounds very Florida man-esque. Mikey, I can't dispute that. I cannot dispute that. It also sounds incredibly legendary, and I wish I was there
That was a catastrophic
to root you on.
failure.
Yeah.
And send you on your way till Valhalla.
Fucking judgment, bro. Holy shit.
Gotta set those Roman candles up to mortars, and then you're cooking.
Literally put that.
Where do you get mortars, Yancey? Where do you get them? Tell me so I can buy some.
Before she hit the ground.
Hands up means don't shoot.
Guessing
not
we
I'm a
can't
threat.
go in here yet.
Here's a good correlation, maybe analogy, whatever the word is we can make for this towards Trump. Like, people probably could say that this guy was racist. Like, this guy had extra motivation. It was a black person. Like, they could go down that route. We don't have all the evidence. I know the police don't have a good history with black people. I understand that, and I respect that because that is a true point. But all I'm saying is, sometimes it's just a crazy person. It's just a bad person. They're not acting on behalf of any party or any side.
Buy them
They're
from
just
a
like,
firework guy.
Yeah, I'm ready to fucking do
I have to
some
sign a
crazy
form that
shit.
says I'm
Not
using them to
because
scare
they
birds
were
away.
forced to or were told to.
Mortars are not a bird's best friend, but they're Yancey's
I
best
think
friend.
Joe dropped out a sec.
For now, it happens.
Yeah.
Well, I correlate
Gemini
like
uses
what you're
iron
saying
protection.
to kind of
Gemini
like
uses
the
iron
Hollywood side,
condoms.
the
That's
Trump
crazy,
rally
dude.
Shooter, if that's what we're gonna call him, to the
Whoa! Speaking of crazy, we're
the little citizen.
that just took away all my health.
I think it's just like it's some bad crazy dude who
My
was
God.
trying to leave his mark and he missed his mark. You know.
Right.
I don't think he thought. I hope he didn't think he was gonna make it out of there alive.
He told his boss he'd be in the work tomorrow.
Nancy, have you ever used the $180 box of fireworks, the finale box, as chest armor in a 3-versus-3 paddle boat battle? I'm starting to realize I haven't lived life as much as I should have. Reading this conversation. Riddle me this.
Would say would be like the escalation of force argument. They love that argument.
I don't know if you could escalate lethal force from something that's non-lethal. Is what I'm saying.
But it could be lethal if she hits all the way around your head.
They should also have at least a taser or a pepper spray on them.
But wait, from that distance?
If she closed the distance was the important thing.
We're looking at the video and saying she didn't close the distance.
No, but you could say if in the inference of I would understand that he shot her if she moved closer. But in the video that we saw, the reality is she put her hands up, non-threatening.
And I think you shouldn't be a cop if that's like. I'm not saying you should get boiling water poured on you, but if you're gonna kill somebody because you think your life is more important than somebody,
Because I'm too white. Excuse me. John McClane was also white, and he survived the incident at Nakatomi Plaza and 4 other incidents. All right.
You chose to do that job. You know the responsibilities. You know the.
Yancy, no, I'm paddleboating. I'm trying to sneak up on an alligator to lasso it.
Potentially dangerous situations, and if your first go-to is not even de-escalation, yeah.
Oh, thanks for the tip, Ross.
Let's be real.
Where was the danger?
Nowhere.
That guy was a dick from the beginning too. He was escalating from the beginning, how he was acting, and are you mentally well? Are you okay?
You know, mocking her mental state, following her in her home. He wanted it to go down. That officer wanted a body.
I like the moral of the story is the cops aren't perfect.
No, the moral of the story, no. Incorrect, Joe. The moral of the story is humans aren't perfect. and the cops have to have a better system to make sure they have
Woo!
a better human than the people that we just saw in the video, or the person rather.
Here, here. Oh no, I'm so used to being alcoholic.
To better humans.
To better human.
To better humanity. I got a wild segue. I'm the random ranter here. I have. Okay, have you guys heard? All right, I got two.
Stargazer real soon.
RFK or no? Let's do this brief one here. All right, I want to just say I think. First off, Benny Johnson is loud as hell.
The leering
Secondly,
Q-Pie. I
what
don't even
this
know what a Q-Pie is, Mikey.
Is divisive. Everybody that loves Trump is.
What the hell is a Q-Pie?
Cool. I think this is perhaps a pander, or maybe he's that.
I don't like this.
But I would love opinions across the board.
Why are you guys so mean to me?
Let me lower it.
Oh my God. Okay, so I'm not white enough to know what Q-Pie is. Sorry. Sorry. Your analogy falls flat over here, guys. Your analogy falls way flat over here.
For Biden to leave his show.
Waka Flocka Flame, who has endorsed Donald Trump publicly, tells all Joe Biden voters to get out of his concert last night. And then this happened.
What a world we live in, dude. Trump supporters are being Biden supporters in 2020 and Hillary supporters in 2016. I don't know if I like this. Q-Pie's Japanese mayo. Okay.
General, his
all right.
show, sure.
So you're calling me Nihonjin?
I don't care. I don't care what entertainment has to say about politics.
Hey.
Sports have to say. Entertainment has to say.
Hey,
I think
okay.
It's funny. I'll laugh.
I'll take it.
But I'm like,
I'll take it, Mr. Mayo.
I want everybody to laugh. I don't want to kick anybody out. I want to unite people. I want to unify people. Just because you voted for somebody I don't agree with doesn't mean I'm the thing I hate them. I don't want to have politics be divisive for us. I want you to enjoy me for my entertainment. I'm not here.
Josh, we're gonna cancel culture, brother.
Yeah,
we're gonna cancel it.
Wait a minute. Then we're just as bad. We can't cancel culture. Fuck.
The act itself.
If I'm Mr. Mayo, you're Mr. Gayo.
It's the act itself. It's the
Ayo.
act itself, I'm sorry, that I wanted to showcase.
It's true because it rhymes.
I don't even know
Can't dispute it now.
what it is, but I just found that to be pretty cringy.
It's a Hillary standard.
Yeah, it's Hillary and Kwanzaa, only it's a rap.
Hillary loves hot sauce, bro.
Yeah, you know Fox News played the shit out of that clip.
Oh, you damn right, because they thought it.
He was like, "Yo,
my friend Terry died
look at that,
from the Pokemon virus."
Like, you know they were.
That's an Elon reference.
Okay, no, I have to play this because I'm not a Kamala Harris fan because of her track record.
Hakujin.
Kamala, it's racist when you say her name wrong. Remember, we just found this out. If you pronounce her name wrong, you're racist.
Camel Toe
Mr.
Harris.
Ayo with these jokes.
Even when I was a Bernie
Or
bro,
so
as
laughed
I
while
said
you're
before,
watching that.
Verbatim, she was an enemy then, she's an enemy now.
Finger guns
Did a
emoji.
terrible job as a DA in California, San Diego. Didn't look into a single
I mean, dude, honestly, I think it's pretty sad.
officers. And
I think it's pretty sad that he feels as though that he lost his kid, especially since he lost his kid because of the same school that I went to, Crossroads. Oh my God.
What's funny is there's a meme going around that was like, all the people back to blue and they're voting for a felon, and a lot of people on the left are posting that meme. They're saying, look, it's the litigated versus the litigator, and it's like, yo, don't you guys not like people like who put innocent people away for long? Like, now all of a sudden you're doing, like, it's the same thing. You're doing the same thing. You're like, hey, look at the
He
right.
wasn't
I
seeing
thought
that
you
kid.
guys don't like. And but
Also,
hold
kid's
up.
still there, dummy.
No, you
Yeah, I don't
know
know.
People who hold people indefinitely for
The kid's brain was very impressionable. Impressionable minds will do silly things despite their father.
is numb. It's so like
I know, because I was one of those kids.
how they want to do certain music. We're gonna forget that, but I'm gonna ridicule the thing
That my wife.
In the last live I did, I did a shout out. Because, you know, there's names we don't want to put out there, but that post you shared of that mutual, like you're his friend, but I just know him through you.
You talking about the actor?
Yeah, that was so.
My screen.
I don't know. I think like gender reassignment surgery. I don't think this should be a controversial opinion either. You should wait till you're 24 because then your brain is the part of your brain that recognizes consequences fully developed by then.
Thank goodness. I don't know because I remember there was a time.
But that's just me.
There was a time.
That's just me.
But I wanted to ask also of Joe, being that you were supportive of Joe Biden being the president.
I'm supportive of anyone that's not Trump.
You're the anybody but Trump voter. There's a lot of
you know Ross is on this podcast.
Because everything's ever said.
So it's a personal thing.
I'm sure it's not that he doesn't love his kid. He just feels as though that like they took his kid away from him, and they took his mind. I mean,
no, I know, but
without your mind,
Joe Biden.
Who are you?
Tried to make sense of it, and also had a.
I mean, it's got to be really complicated. I would not want to be in his position when it comes to that.
I understand he's not the best speaker. I understand he's very hyperbolic. I understand he over-exaggerates. He loves to do things the most best way. But as far as like president, like as far as policy goes, what didn't you like about him?
I mean, he was so decisive that nothing happened.
Divisive?
For a lot of the terms. And, yeah, because he never won.
Sent that guy flying.
In the Senate, they really didn't do much with it. They got that corporate tax cut passed, and those are great tax cuts for rich people. But after that, what else did he do?
The tariff.
That's like long lasting.
The Abraham Accords, namely.
The tariffs that he did impose that hurt us in the short game, but it helped us immensely to get a better price from China.
Adam, text that in the chat so I can write it down. I want to look into it.
Yeah, Joe is a man that will do his research, if not anything else. But I mean, really, like nothing. You can't think of anything good that Trump did. I mean, okay.
Welcome to the
this is
Monad
an easy
Charity
one,
House.
right?
The Monad Charity House is also
thing.
known
It
by
was-
its nickname, Rose Estate. Originally, we were a charity organization for poor children, but today, with the
year will be
Monad's
the first
family
time I
sponsorship,
vote.
we've become a boarding
Because
school with
every
high-quality
party, no
welfare and
matter what,
education
everything's
curriculum.
been the same.
Children get
And now
stalker,
now,
workshop technician,
given
and
everything that
alchemist
happened
education
after the
according to
fact,
their aptitude career
and
path. To this
what he said
day,
he wants to do
about
about
200
the
graduates
future,
are
it's
from
not
the
gonna be
Monad
the
Charity
same.
House and are
So,
actively working
I
in
gotta
different
go
fields in
with-
Crot. For more
gotta go with
details
the way
and
things have
sponsorship,
been.
please contact the Charity
Not
House
his
manager.
idea of shaking up our
You do
government.
look like a donkey in
does
this
he plan to do
picture.
with
Stop doodling on my picture, Romeo.
That scares you.
So Ross, what did you think about the Final Fantasy VII Rebirth ending?
Well, I'd
never
like to
got to
speak
hear your
more
opinion on
about
it.
his non-involvement in Project 2025, because so far the only thing I've been able to find him saying is that he doesn't agree with it. He doesn't know people on it, even though several of the writers worked for him and are actively campaigning with him. You mean to tell me he doesn't know about something Ben Carson's been working on when they're on the trail?
Well, it doesn't mean he has to support everything they do. Let's not pretend like the Heritage Foundation is a new thing. They go all the
No.
way back to Reagan.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They just
and
suggest
they
things.
they suggest things to Trump the first term too.
I think
He's on
Zach,
video praising the
Aerith,
Heritage Foundation
and
as part of
Sephiroth,
their
because in the
fundraising.
original game, Sephiroth is in the live stream pretty much the whole
It's
game,
about the KKK.
and we're not really
He
seeing him
hasn't
till the very
disavowed it
end.
yet, in my opinion.
So I think
He just
what's
says
happening
some of the
is
things in there are
Zach,
terrible, there's some horrible things. But
Aerith, and Sephiroth
What are the few things?
Yeah,
are all in the
specifically,
live
like,
stream
what-
now,
what
which is
do you
why
find
like
horrible
Aerith
there?
probably has the same powers
Well, and then
Sephiroth does
also,
now
Joe,
to
like,
appear
I'm asking you
anywhere
as well,
at any
'cause
time
I'm
and
kinda
reveal
like the Project
himself
2025
anywhere.
thing. I haven't put my
anytime,
finger
you know,
on as far as like,
or
is it
herself.
worth to look into? Is it kind of like QAnon for the left kind of thing?
It's QAnon for the
I wouldn't
left.
say not really. 'Cause
Well,
it's
it outlaws porn
like outlaws entirely.
and arrests pornographers. That's in
I mean,
that's
that's
in that
not-
900 pages.
That'll never happen.
But,
But that's
yeah.
what
I
they'd
think
like
they did
to do
a
versus what's
couple
gonna happen.
too many fake outs on the
No,
Aerith thing,
no,
like
the worst
almost
thing
a
is the
comical
early
degree.
thing- the early
I
commands where they,
like I
want
guess I
in
can kind of
Title
see that.
42, so that they can fire
But, like-
government workers and replace them with political.
I feel as though that it didn't kill the story
So now
beats.
instead of the director
You know, like-
of the Secret Service being the most qualified person, it's
And
gonna be
I'll like
whoever the
clip it, but
president
like
Gotcha.
spoilers for those
Yeah,
that
it's
haven't
a
played it.
director
When
of
she
the
lives,
FBI,
dude, I
someone
was
that's
like,
worked at the FBI,
yes!
worked their way up and
I was so
to
happy.
it.
It
Donald
felt
Trump's gonna
healing,
come in and
dude.
say,
It felt
"No,
like I healed my 8-year-old self.
Bannon, you're in charge of the FBI, and
May I
has
ask-
the disposal of the FBI at his fingertips.
How
But
has
in
the-
every subsequent president as well, right? Not just for Donald Trump. It's not just limited to
Is
his
there
4
gonna
years.
be subsequent presidents afterwards?
Yeah, I mean,
You
I think
probably.
the impact of
I
the
mean,
death
yeah,
was ruined
No,
for
like I
those
said,
who
but he
played the
left
OG.
peacefully.
Well, that's what
Pelosi
that's like what I was saying in the
Pelosi
group chat.
was
Like,
more damaging
I feel as though
on
that
January 6th than Trump was.
I
it
think what
hits
Adam was saying,
different
though,
for
is
the
just
people
like
that played the
idea that
OG
this isn't
because
just for
they
Trump,
were
it's just for
anticipating
Republican
reliving that
presidents in general,
trauma
that it's
again.
Not necessarily a playbook
You know?
they're going to follow, but they're like, hey, here's some ideas.
And then we
Um,
and then like, you know, we got a second
Guys, keep
chance.
talking, I'm
The
gonna go
rights were
off
wrong,
just to check something.
you know, and I thought that was so
He's
cool.
got
I mean,
whole
that's what
swaths
it
of
felt
his
like for me
campaign
at
and
least, you
former
know.
advisors working.
All right, do I have to lie to this guy? Which one's
So
a
when he
lie?
tells me that he doesn't know what it is and doesn't know anything about it, and in the same breath says,
I thought there were no more
there's some
survivors.
disgusting things in there.
But you.
That's just a
I know.
hand wave answer.
I
We
do
shouldn't
love a bit
settle
of
for
commerce,
that.
but the bosses
I
are really
I
strict
think
about who I'm allowed
if
to
you're
sell
somebody who doesn't like DEI
with the
because
Black
you like
Rabbit Brotherhood?
meritocracy, if you're somebody who believes that the person best fit for the role,
I have no
should be,
choice but to tell the
should have
truth
the
over here.
qualifications for the role, not just be, you know, selected because they look like somebody or because they know somebody. I think anybody who's rational looks at that and says, no, we don't want that. We don't want more appointees. We want to make sure that people who are appropriate are getting them.
Do I still talk to him if I want to
I mean,
lie?
that's the thing. It's like I can look at, just because I look at Project 2025, or for instance, the example you gave me, I don't equate that example to Donald Trump, though. I equate that as just like something that's bad policy. I don't see Donald Trump doing that, but that's my opinion, and I'm very ignorant.
So, I mean, I want to ask, like, why is it that you don't see him doing that?
Well, I don't see him doing it because he's already been president. We've already had him in office. He could have made things messy if he wanted to. There were a lot of people who would have done stuff. He told them to go forth peacefully. I think that you can't hold someone accountable for things that people say after they're talking.
Hold up. I just want to make sure. I want to verify. Then you don't agree with the media and the right stance that because they were calling Trump Hitler, that this is why Matthew Crooks and Kelly started, because you can't hold people accountable for what other people say. You have to be on the same.
I'm glad you brought up that point of consideration because the Republic, especially the Trump campaign's constantly saying how Biden's socialists and their communists are destroying our country, and it's actively happening. So how is their name calling of communist okay when the name calling of Hitler is not? Why?
Well, because
why
when
is
you
that a
call
double
someone
standard?
Hitler, you're calling for their death. You're calling for any rational person to get up and do something about it.
Do you know what happened when you were called a communist during the Red Scare?
Looking good.
Well, we
Who
don't live
thought
in
we'd
those
make
times
it this
anymore.
far? You've got all
I feel like
kinds
that's like a
of skills.
boogeyman comparatively. I would
Yeah,
say
well, a
that.
lot of people were
Everything
calling
went
to death
smooth
the
as
communists
silk.
then, and
And
a
you
lot
know
of people
me,
were being
I don't impress
misattributed as
easy.
communists,
Sure, but I
blacklisted from
gotta ask,
government, from
you really gonna take on the Black
their
Rabbit
jobs,
Brotherhood
from
by
you know, the film
yourself?
industry.
Right, and that was wrong using the same thought process.
Again,
100%.
at that time, again, I think, you know, calling somebody Hitler is a bit more damaging than calling someone a communist, even though it's a bad look, but that's just the optics of our present day.
Potato, in my opinion.
Calling anybody something they're not, because the people who hate them are going to use that to their advantage. I think it's better to err on the side that we have to be a little bit careful as to how we label
people openly call themselves
because
communists.
we
You're
don't
right.
know. It's
They-
not,
they
we
roll
can't
around with
control
the commie
people,
flag,
as
too.
Adam said, and I agree with that. So that's why also too
Yeah.
sometimes, especially in politics, especially right now, while the country's so fucking polarized, there maybe needs to be just a little
In a
more
world of
discretion
Hassan
in how
Piker's
we've gotten a
BSM
little too
hide.
vitriolic.
That's
Have
all
we
I
not?
gotta say about
Both
that.
sides need to turn it down a couple hairs, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I could agree.
I'm not
with
saying
that.
stop politicking. Let the politicians be politicians, but let's stop calling people Nazis. And on your point, let's stop calling people communists. Let's start calling people fucking idiots, whatever side they're on.
I like that. I like that. You fucking idiot.
Well,
that's a lot more honest term in a lot of these scenarios.
So a lot less divisive, I'll say that.
Hey, let's also not forget one of the first people to compare Trump to Hitler is his now vice president candidate.
I think that was why it's a power play to go with Vance, because like one of his worst critics in the Republican Party is now his running mate. That shows that he's open to criticism.
Or it just shows that Vance is a flip-flopper.
I mean, Naskisser wouldn't call the presidential hopeful back then Hitler.
I mean, I could argue that he was kissing ass because he was calling Trump Hitler. I could argue that the reason why he got on that bandwagon was to kiss that side of the ass.
Or maybe he wanted Trump to like cradle him and be like, "Oh yes, hello, my little Himmler."
People jump on the weirdest bandwagons. Is all I'm trying to say. So who, like, when you're trying to get some clout, who knows how you're gonna go if like most of your party's like, oh fuck this guy, he's Hitler. You hop on it, whether it's right or wrong. I'm not saying it's a good thing. I'm saying like.
Just for this cutscene, let's give it a little pause. For me, the verdict is still open when it comes to Vance. I believe that people have the ability to change, and I also feel as though that there is a lot of propaganda that's going to come out when he...
Bring it on. You ain't seen nothing like that.
All three of them at the same time, huh? Gosh, let me heal, bro.
It's been a while since I've got anyone 6 feet under.
Now, this one was good discourse, and they are what they are. I mean, it's politics, dude.
Doesn't necessarily mean he really believes that. He was just saying it just kind of for the clicks.
I don't trust anybody that confidently changes opinions. When there's power to be gained.
At least the most publicized
I think that's
bad
fair.
actors have been on the left, at least recently.
That's good of reason as any to be skeptical. And it, I mean, this is politics, man.
I've made here. Thank
These
you
people, they present
welcome.
themselves as likable. They're incredibly fickle and
Am I
two-faced.
gonna have a Biden moment?
You know?
No, okay. I hear a lot of the typical Trump bad and Orange Man bad.
Let's get out of here and give those lousy bums their business.
Your conviction, and that in itself.
Wait, what?
While there's
Do we want to go into his court cases?
By all means. I mean, look, hey, look.
I mean, how much time do you want?
Any president, every president, is without stain. Yeah, he had to go through some hoops and do some shady dealings to get out on top in the New York real estate industry. But dude, it shows that we do want, who even if he's working for his own favor, it ends up being in our favor. And I see, and I also admire the accomplishment it has done, where you seem to only focus on all the bad, and what I'd like to hear from the people, your base, is give me a reason to like who you want to see up on there. Don't just tell me that guy bad, so
I wish I
anybody
could have
here
been
good.
Can I say something real quick? I just
video
want to
stream
follow
okay
up
for Twitch.
I do
and you and Nancy could have
hear
used
what
names.
Joe's saying. He's like, hey, let's go through
What
the
do you mean,
court cases.
Mikey?
Let me back up real quick before we get there, because before there was court cases, when there was just Trump, the person running, Trump, the new president, before he, we could pin on what he did or not, you have people like this. This is real people. This is somebody who says, I spent the night he got elected having a panic attack. I woke up feeling anxious every morning and stopped to check the news because I couldn't handle it. I survived.
I knew someone that couldn't get out of bed when Trump was elected.
I'm really not sure I could do it again.
That was crazy.
I'm not that worried.
No, a lot of people have this TDS where they have this belief before they go into policy, before they have a reason not to like them. They're just, oh, I don't like them because, hey, because I watch a rhino who doesn't like Trump. I follow him, he hates Trump. There's no information. It's just kind of like propaganda, and I do think the propaganda.
I'm having trouble locking this guy's rhythm down.
As far, I'm glad to hear you want to go over things, actual reasons why you don't like them. Whether we agree on those reasons or not, that's one thing. But the idea that you're just like, oh, I don't like Trump because I don't like him. I can't tell you how many people I know don't like Trump because they don't like him.
When talking about cop pew pew with the woman with the boiling water, that was the unedited footage from the body cam of the other officer. Stuff like that. Oh, right.
Speaking of flipping sides, in 2016, if I voted,
Can't let those tweens be seeing other stuff. All this stuff, you know.
Because I'm cynical, and it looked like the Joker coming into the fucking White House. So I wanted to shake. I would want to have shaken it up.
So let's shake it up again. Shake it big, baby.
I'm not
I was sent it in the morning, and the first thing that I see in the morning, I don't want to see that. So.
It is an interesting play. How long has Trump spent being like, Biden's so old, we can't have old people in the White House. Now he's going to vote somebody who's probably 20, 30 years younger than him. Oh, I thought we can't have old people in the White House, Mr. Trump. It's like, shit.
What's your take on like every failed attempt to get him down? The Steele dossier, Russia. Hillary Clinton was found to be the source of the entire. All of that.
We don't even have to go back that far.
But now we're talking about the 34.
Convicted of 34 counts.
Yeah. Have to do with
finagle to make those.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, you got finagle
Another one comes in.
If you committed a misdemeanor in the course, even if it's another misdemeanor like tax evasion or illegal campaign donations, if you're doing financial fraud for another crime, it's a felony.
But I thought they couldn't establish one of the major things, like the judge used.
It had to be linked to either one of those crimes, either campaign violations or tax fraud. They didn't have to. They didn't have to say what they were guilty of because of jury instruction. Only that he committed financial crimes in the course of.
What you don't like having a smoking pro going through B/B Corp in the AM? Yeah, precisely. It says I haven't seen that one, but I saw a video recently of cops going to the wrong house and shooting the guy answering the door with a gun after they acknowledged it was in the wrong house. Then when him and his wife runs up to the door crying about the husband, they iced her too.
Because I listened.
Yeah, cops are. Cops could be
read the transcripts.
Brody, dude.
David Pecker's testimony of the plan that him and Trump and Cohen worked out, where the Trump campaign was purposely giving them fake news, and the National Enquirer was.
It's been a while since I've got anyone 6 feet under.
Printing it.
Rest in peace.
I remember the headline of Ben Carson and how much.
There was this one where the guy wasn't there, but talked via ring camera.
Pecker admitted that the Trump campaign told him to print that headline.
They broke up the door and told.
This time, Trump is.
And then told wrong house, wrong person.
Catchphrase of fake news.
The guy said you're gonna pay through that through the ring cam.
I mean, sometimes you gotta fight fire with fire. I mean,
yeah, but you started the fire, and now you're fighting it with more fire.
I think we'll agree on that he started the fire there.
I feel like
in
another dimension, Florida man was a cop, you know.
The FBI was literally working with. They had 16 FBI agents inside of Twitter before Elon Musk owned it, where they would agree to pump out every bit of information that was a hit piece on Trump. So we're going to condemn the action on Trump and with David's
dangerous forces.
Been a while.
Okay.
My
It's
God.
already available.
6
It's
feet
been
under.
talked about for years. Just it's old news by now. But the FBI was inside of Twitter, and they were going through posts, and there was at least 4 in Facebook, if I recall accurately. So yeah, and I do believe fighting fire with fire. I mean, shit, fuck it, eye for an eye.
Shamrock says about the campaign fraud thing.
I live in Florida, and
says
we
the
can shoot
FCC
them
said there
for
was
that and
no
get away with
crime
it.
in the
The Polk
DJT New
Country
York
Sheriff
trial,
had
but
a
then
press
the New York
conference and said
trial
it was
refused
fine.
to allow the FEC witnesses
Dude, that's
to
kinda
testify
based.
as witnesses.
Who's the what's the name of the FEC witness?
She'll have to supply that, or the judge. She said.
Oh,
Bring it on.
The judge
You ain't seen
didn't
nothing
allow
like
the
that.
FEC witnesses to testify.
The 34. Do you think they're gonna stick to the appeal or any of that chance? If that's really all it is, given everything that he was accused of, and the only thing they've gotten to stick is just, you know.
Well, I mean that the documents case in Florida is going to boomerang right back around. I think.
Are you gonna vote for Kamala Harris? Is that who you want to win, by the way?
That's who I want to win because it's not true.
Okay. It's a moment in time where Tulsi gets.
For some reason, I thought he was stunned.
Who wants to watch this guy break up?
This is what we spoke about where she left.
That point, there are criminals committing a home invasion. I'm friends with a few officers, one sheriff from Border Control. Some of the things they have said is absurd, and the choices they need to make are fast. Should be retested and retrained after X time, yes, but
Unburdened by what has been.
outside one cop I dealt
Oh
with.
God. You see, the first time
No.
you said that, I'm like, yeah, I heard that
No,
on
not
your show,
all
bro.
cops are
I
bastards.
was like,
I don't think
oh,
all
he's
cops are bastards,
brilliant,
but
and
I do
where
think
that
that
came from. Oh my
the
God, getting
job
lost in La La Land here.
vacancy leaves
Yeah. Okay.
or the job title kind of
Okay.
attracts mentally ill people often. My house they got
Bring it on.
free 8
You ain't seen nothing.
Mossberg. Oh. Yancey is straight up, don't tread on me.
Evil.
Whew!
And I've been told not black. How much that matters. Yeah, half that. But okay, so that's your
Demonstration time. Who wants to watch
Resort to the
this?
Cannon Mountain at the top of the stairs, loaded with a grape shot. Tally ho, lads! The grape shot
because that's not my champion. It's just who I'm.
shreds 2 men in the blast. The sound and extra shrapnel set off car alarms. Fixed bayonet and charge the last terrified rapscallion.
What do you kind of find yourself
He
watching?
bleeds out,
Rachel Maddow.
waiting on the
Whether
police to
mainstream
arrive
or whether
since
it be
the triangular
YouTube,
bayonet
doesn't matter.
wounds are impossible to
Probably
stitch up,
between
just as the founding fathers intended.
Let me check.
Bro, this is like that. What I read, it was pretty much
Mine's
just like
tire
a
company?
more violent
No,
version of
mine
Home
is-
Alone.
It's on YouTube.
We got
It's
Macaulay
started
Culkin
up by
in the
some
chat,
lawyers.
ladies and gentlemen.
One of them I heard on a podcast before.
Okay.
You joke sometimes, but thank you. Yeah.
How'd she get the nomination again? Like, people voted for her, right?
Foreign nation.
Well, a lot of it was because it would the Biden-Harris campaign had a lot
This
of
issue with any group, org work, military, cops, etc. They are a family. Protect all family. Downside of the possible upsides.
That was kind of like a big.
Because if it wasn't a family, one cop would run
all
the other.
now, so she is going to be.
Would hold
He's a little too shiesty, bro.
She's got what they make 93, 96 million overnight, something like that.
It wasn't overnight.
Not overnight, sorry.
Well, I mean, I know they did have a big.
Gotta get the timing down with that.
Here, I know they had a lot of money to begin with. People are speculating that was one of the reasons why they supported her choice was all the campaign money. But Cenk Uygur brought up a point where you can donate that money to like the super PAC, some type of big convention where they can kind of debate, people can vote for who they want, and that money can go to that. So there are ways, but for whatever reason, I guess they want to push Kamala.
I mean, it seems like they're. I'm just happy that getting behind someone and not trying to take the place. The Democratic Party has so many dumb mistakes in the past.
Gotta kill a kid now?
At least they're circling the wagons around something.
But the people.
Kid's strong, man.
The people who are fighting for because they're scared of the end of democracy just appointed somebody that the people did not vote for. Nor did they vote for to be the vice president because the vice president gets chosen again. So the people who are like, we're here to make sure democracy gets restored, just did the most undemocratic thing and appointed somebody to the office as opposed to having the people vote for it.
That is pretty weird. Seems almost deliberate.
That's how it's been.
Using that same law to fuck them, like just how they did like the judges thing that Trump did, like it was a Democrat.
Get the shield
thing
arm. I do have the shield arm.
Years before, and they're like, what, same
I'll see
thing.
if I
Now
can
the
equip it
Democrats
right
just
now.
put that precedent for us where you're going to prosecute your political rivals. Okay, well, guess what? The Republicans are probably that petty, and they're going to do the same thing in years to come. So
I loved watching Jack Smith's bitch ass get crucified, bro. They fucking smeared him all over the floor.
So, real quick, this video I have before us, I think a lot of people that don't like Trump see this and just see the guy talking in a way that sounds stupid, or I don't care if he's doing something good, it's still him and he sounds a certain way, but it's even though
to make a
it's
choice,
still,
that's why I
it's
want
a sweet
concentrating
thing.
in tests.
And
Yes, there's
Joe,
gray
you tell me
areas,
if you see
room for
sincerity,
error.
or if it's you just got the windshield on so thick.
But look at it both ways.
But
can it be bold? Stop it. Stop it. Can it be bold?
Yancey is the most
Can it be a
right-wing
guy who
anti-cop
knows
guy
how to
that I
do
know.
TV properly, like, can it be both? Can it be sincere and also know this is going to look really good on TV?
Yeah, he was on The Apprentice. It was a hit show. He talks about how it was his favorite time.
The guy knows how to get a pop.
All right, the shield isn't working, Ross.
Nefarious reason, but could also the cherry on top be? Yeah, I know this is going to look really good. I think it's one of the other.
No, that was really good. Yeah, just go.
Alright, that's how the shield works. Yeah, I thought like the shield would just pop out right away, but there's like it's got its own timing, I guess. Yeah.
Buffalo, I love their wings. They got great wings.
Sending his helmet, his outfit. Something very special when they get it, but we did something which cannot match that. Not even close. But Amber had tried to say that over the past few days we've raised $6.3 million.
We got a lot of buffalo wings coming. A lot of buffalo wings.
Bring it on.
Great wings, terrible football.
I walked in, I'm like, wow, there's a lot of wings here. I've never seen so many wings.
Get out of here, kid.
And by the way, the same family, Biden, Trump, all that. They were.
Oh, I can.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be like, I talk to he's a fucking
I would have as a family in mourning. That changes the whole perspective, guys.
Well, that one fell.
I know right now I'm playing a lot of this I just found funny, and it pierces this whole narrative that he just
What do you think? What do you think? It's like
I feel like he has to have a little survival. It's a practical thing to have. It for him. It's someone in the backdrop behind him. Like, so I think it was weird. I agree with your stance on this. It's weird, but it wasn't in the sense of like, oh, I feel that it should have been me that got hit, but then you know, it's really good.
I mean, it's
just
a part
about
of
the
his
angle.
persona. It's a part of his world. So
This kid doesn't like to stagger, dude.
Josh and myself and Adam have been podcasting. So these things become, I don't know if I'm using the right term, inextricably. Really always taking apart. And there's a nice moment of silence, you know, it looks like he's a little emotional, but
this is Trump's hot zone. This is a burst. I don't feel no ways tired. You know, you could say this is that kind of thing. Kind of milky. Really.
oh, that.
Right. Demonstration time.
Pandering to the
Yeah, well, that's progress.
Here's just something funny, briefly. Oh, and please remember, guys, anybody, if you can, thank you for sharing the link for Stuck in the Middle. Please feel free to share the link for Nothing Funny. You can catch Josh
Public trial on
this,
job.
It's
Retrainer
imposter. I think his name is Vishma or something. He's on the Nothing Funny show every Monday night around.
That was a Freudian slip. That was a Freudian slip.
No, his name is Vishma.
I thought you knew somebody with that name.
I do. I don't know why I'm calling Vishnu a woman I'm attracted to.
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe this is innuendo. Vishnu, get at me, bro.
Oh, bring it on. You ain't seen nothing like my
You like that?
Alright, demonstration time. Who wants to watch this guy?
Gotta learn how to use that shield.
He's so quick and he's so cocky about it. Yep.
You're a tough guy, Jeb.
And we need to have
Yes.
that is for real tough. You're never going to be president of the United States by insulting your way.
Jeb is a mess.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
Saturday, the low grade.
That didn't matter.
So, I looked it up. I ended up.
This is not hilarious to me. This shows humanity, you know?
I miss the dignified politics.
Dignified politics. Politics have never been dignified. Are you kidding me?
I'm not thinking of
That's okay. I know you're not. You never did.
Bring it on.
You ain't seen nothing like my brother.
Alright, Josh, are you typing up something? Did I hear a
Congratulations! Jar Jar Dinks! Love your name. Thanks for the follow, dude.
Just pivoted all.
Your privates? No.
Yeah, all over my privates.
Okay.
Trump files FEC complaint.
Podcast is cool, man. I'm still listening to it.
V, old school V. Good to see ya.
Woo!
Trump campaign complaint with the FPC on Tuesday.
Yay, yay.
Accusing VP Campaign of inappropriately or improperly taking over President Biden.
I gotta learn his timing, dude.
Seeking to perpetrate $91.5 million heist.
Have you been drinking tonight, Mikey? Shines light brighter than the sun in your eyes.
Where did Yahoo pull this news article from That's weird. They're calling it a heist.
Well, it looks like they're doing a preemptive strike to keep her from
alcohol. I'm gonna have to come in on Bun's gunfire.
Because the complaint doesn't even prove it. They're just filing a complaint to stop her from doing it. It doesn't say she's trying to.
Well, if it's illegal, you should be allowed to. Legal, she should be allowed to.
Yeah, pretty simple. And it's
bring it on.
That money will probably have to get refunded and redonated.
Whoop! Let's not get greedy.
But with super PACs, that doesn't matter.
Right. They can donate to a super PAC and then that super PAC can
Let's
donate
also
right
not
back.
get hit.
But yeah, I mean, she already raised $80.
It's gonna take her far.
800 million?
Yeah. That's the delegates.
It's been a while since I've got anyone 6 feet under.
Yeah, totally.
Rest in peace.
This is the last clip that I personally want to show, unless anything else is shared. And it's not the whole damn thing. But what do you guys make of this thing? First off, I heard RFK has come out publicly. I didn't know.
RFK's gay?
So he obviously knew about it. My conspiracy theory was that he was trying to get
RFK came out?
That Trump would have said that would have, I don't know, made him look bad, that he could have shared and stole some limelight. I don't know. I love RFK, but
you. If this is a yes or no question,
I mean, look at the
or you can answer
his son is
the
recording.
balls that runs off in unknown direction.
Oh,
that took a twist. I don't know what kind of cop does that, but rather have that cop than the one that kills me.
Bring it on.
Not
Show
quite
you
this.
your 1911, I'll show you mine.
Got that nail on chalkboard twist, dude.
That's the whole, you know what, Josh explaining that to me convinced me.
You can't imagine that guy doing an hour-long presidential speech.
No. And I love what he has to say.
That's not my ass.
It's been a while since I've got anyone 6 feet under. Rest in peace.
If RFK comes out, does he become RF gay? Yeah, it's either that or RF yang. But what if the worm is straight? What if the worm is what was making him gay? What if he had a gay worm in his brain? Ah! I did not deserve to get hit over there. RF hey. Robert fuck Kennedy. Robert faggot Kennedy.
You ain't seen nothing like my brother.
Should not be saying that on Twitch, but here we are.
This is 10 minutes long.
Not the call.
Not the audio.
Take that. Ugh. Oh no.
And there's a little bit more, but the whole thing about the vaccine got going crazy. Babies, what?
In front of our eyes.
I have no idea.
Dude, I can't get any parries off on him this round.
That RFK is selling, and it's
There we go. There's a one.
It's been a while since I put anyone 6 feet under.
The fact
Dang.
Rest in peace.
Dang, he was a sovereign citizen. I have to let him go by law.
What should I be outraged? Because
no eye contact means not gay.
My theory was that was the hope.
Does that mean that like autistic people, since they have trouble making eye contact, if they like get you know a wiener in their butt, that they're not gay, they're just autistic?
We all know, and that it just that really hurt me because I really have or had a lot of respect for RFK. I don't know where I stand right now until I see an explanation as to why that was even a thing.
Politics is a dirty game.
Yeah, two
son.
autistic dudes fucking is totally straight.
Like dirty pool.
Yeah.
Well, Ross, you can now tell everybody you're autistic, and you can get away with whatever you do.
So did you guys mutate?
This guy lost his dad and his uncle to dirty politics. They both got assassinated. You know what I mean? Like maybe one the other crazy Sir Hans or that guy's name was, but this guy, you know, so he's like, fuck, I'm in. Fight fire with fire. What do you got, Trumpy?
By the way, I think
it's been a while since I've got anyone 6 feet under.
This fella, he's the only one that got the.
No, he's not gay. He's just autistic.
And he got.
I can't wait to use that now.
How dare you, Joe?
I had a buddy. It made him real sick too.
I saw Terry staring at a little fool.
I don't call myself. You don't have full context. Sorry.
Real.
No, go ahead. I was just asking, like you said, you got the vaccine. I was just curious as to a follow-up. Was it just the one vaccine?
Oh no, man. I think Ross is straight projecting over there. He was the one observing all the NBs in Japan.
Yeah, Moderna. I got that.
Yeah.
Oh, you did.
What you observe, you attract, Ross. Just remember that.
I thought you did.
The COVID genie's out of the bottle. It's gonna be like the flu for a while.
Bring it on.
where
Yep.
you have
We
to
need to
boost yourself.
Through that, we need to keep looking at the data that are showing an update.
There we go. 1,
Having,
2.
arthritis and heart issues. Not enough data.
With the boosters, right?
Seems better than 0.
A lot of people just randomly dropping dead from massive heart attacks.
I think we still need to look instead of blindly.
Oh no, they should always keep looking at the data. I hope someone's looking at the data.
Yeah.
That was one of those things, and I don't want to use that during COVID, the same companies who people all like Pfizer. Man, there were so many TV shows about Pfizer and Oxycontin and Big Pharma back, but for some reason, holy shit, a lot of people are like, yep, no, I trust them now. This must be okay.
It's been a while since I've got anyone 6 feet under.
That was a crazy
Embarrassment of femboy
when I saw
riches.
that happen. And like then when it was
You know what they
starting to
say?
be
If you look
mandated,
at something long enough, you'll have looked at something for a
like,
long
I've gotten it
time.
already. Technically, I should have a built-in immunity. I should be fine. So it's like I have no.
That's the
reason
first
to
time
be
I've ever
concerned.
heard that,
Luckily, I was
but
in a position where I was.
that is now in my Rolodex
But
of
when it was just voluntary. I was
of
looking at
my
it,
Rolodex of
and then it was
platitudes.
mandated. I was like, huh? And then they're, yo, get a free donut, get a vaccine. There are all these incentives, like,
Yeah. And then in Australia, literally, they made camps for people that would not get vaccinated.
Dude, I was actually talking to an Australian couple when I was in Osaka last time,
Fuck all that.
and they were telling me like they met during COVID, and like going out was like a nightmare
I do think some of the vaccines.
because they had like 30 minutes of like designated time that they could go out
Old people who had
by law.
vaccine for sure. So like, there was a good part to Warp Speed. It wasn't all bad. But the guy who, government, did that. But also too, what else was?
All right, I'm starting to have fun with this boss now.
He had to step up and do something as well.
Well, until he brings out his little mini me.
Right. So of course we have to step up and try to look good. I don't fault him for that. He didn't mandate anything. He just made the thing. Like I don't like the fact that I think part of Operation Warp Speed is the idea that you can't kind of immune to any injuries
while
So
since
now
I've
that
got
normally
anyone
we
to
have
6 feet
rigorous
under.
testing that goes on for years, you want it in 7
Someone
months.
said it
like,
somewhere. It had
listen,
to
I
be
can't
10,000
guarantee
years
anything, and it's
of
just
human
like, well, that's a
history.
risk we're willing to
I'm
take.
disappointed if it hasn't been done
I
yet.
had
Be
at
clear
least-
about that for people taking it. We
What
should
if you
know
were the
about that risk.
first?
Absolutely right. I had like 3 friends that were nurses calling me, or one of them specifically that has been a fan of Stuck in the Middle,
Dude.
talking about how she believes it was
I
violating
don't-
her
I don't think, like,
via her religion.
there was a point to COVID.
And
That point just wasn't in our favor. That point was aimed at us.
I think
That hollow point was aimed at the average
It
citizen.
was just shitty for everybody, and I just wish people would acknowledge
It was
that,
very
pro
pointful.
or not pro. That was all shit.
Just not in our favor.
That's one of the things that made me, appreciate may be the wrong word, but one of the things that I liked Trump over was, he did 2 weeks to slow the spread, but after that, there wasn't none of these, at least I remember, at least in Florida, these crazy mandates you couldn't leave your house like some of these other countries have. Like, it was still a Bible. I think we have a choice in this country. The government isn't going to be this fascist takeover where the government can do everything we do. Joe Biden kind of mandated some of these things. I didn't like that. So just opposed to how Trump handled it, I'm like, okay, I like how he handled this better than they did. I don't like that crazy power grab because I'm sure, as you know, when the government gets a hold of something, it's really hard for them to let it go. Once they have it, you're gonna be banned and you're gonna get
The point was transfer of wealth, and insane growth, and BlackRock's real estate holdings. Yeah, I'd say that's about right. I can't argue with that. When did people start talking about BlackRock or noticing it? And when was the company formed? That's what I want to know.
Look at the world, what, 4 years later? Is everybody dead? Did everybody die, or is COVID just
Maybe after people die, we don't know anything because the
yeah, they tell more
Yeah.
about it fishing.
But motorcyclist died in a crash after broken down that
Man who died of shooting had COVID.
Hospitals kickbacks.
They incentivize the pushing of the
Echo chambering.
Boom,
It's such a broad country that we live in, so it's the first
Why? Why in 2024?
It's been a while since I've got anyone
Oh, you
to
can't
6
block
feet
one of
under.
those. You have to do perfect time with
Rest
that.
in peace, Japan.
How dare you, Joe?
What'd I say?
Broad country. What if it's a
very non-inclusive of you, bro? It's like a microaggression or something.
Biden voters? I'll tell you.
Also, it was a social experiment. It was to see who was
definition.
gullible, who
Oh,
trusted
that-
institutions still just because institutions have a title.
I'm a
People are generally scared. People are scared people. They want something to rely on,
If
right?
you redid COVID, would you still get the vaccine?
So
You know,
they'll
happy
do
we got
anything
it?
to
Like, how
look
do you
to
feel
some
about
sort of
that whole
authority to tell them how to live their life.
I didn't.
You
get
know,
COVID
to
until
tell them,
2021
oh no, there's a
after
cliff
I got
over there.
jabs, so
But you know
I have
what
no basis
happens
of
when
comparison.
the people
I
telling you
also
that there's no
don't
cliff
have
over there get a little blind?
Okay, got you.
I don't. Really
Given current.
What happens when they get a little crazy, a little senile, a little too complacent with the power you bestowed upon them? You know?
I'm trying to.
No, but that's something that's been around for.
I mean, 2 weeks to spread, stop the spread. Am I right?
No, well, there was my body, therefore it has built up an immune system, and it's a foreign entity. And a lot of people have
Didn't have my phone, yes. All COVID did was show that the social bullying is a thing and ruins small mom and pop style businesses. Yeah.
I'll take the odds and take the jab.
So long as you weren't Walmart, you were kind of in trouble, weren't you?
I disagree. Then how do you
You don't. No, that's better for them. You know.
Alright, I think I'm at that point. I really had a lot of fun, but...
Okay. As far as, you know, why not Trump? Why whatever the Is there anything you'd like to add, like an input that you didn't speak on? Anything? I added myself, Joe. Anything you'd like to close out?
Praise the ranges on that thing.
Thank you for the radio. Anybody that I missed. And now...
You played nice with the others. Don't you want to play with me, Mr. Puppy?
Gosh.
What historical examples
I don't want to play with you, to be completely frank, but okay, let's play.
How many examples?
That's my question.
How many examples of actual...
I feel like you could stab this guy easy. Just know what to do.
Gotcha.
But I didn't know.
How many actual dictators in the past have joked about saying, I want to be
Thank God we have Trump for the most perfect vaccine we've ever seen. Everyone says that.
I don't think Trump...
I'm saying, how many dictators...
Hey, no one's perfect, Ross.
I don't think he's a dictator.
I need to dodge so much more in this.
Power.
Perfect, no, well delivered. Yeah, he made sure everyone was pumping them bitches out. I don't know. I feel like the vaccine was a faux pas on Trump's record, and it shows because it's the one thing that he's not willing to budge on, to say that he potentially made a mistake. And I personally, I've noticed that he doesn't even talk about it too much. So I think deep down inside, he kind of knows it's kind of like a bad thing as far as optics to bring out.
That's the fear-mongering from your media and...
Start of the fight. Mikey, I need to learn the rhythms. I need to learn the rhythms, man.
It was something. It was a reason he wanted to get something done, and then he would stop. I mean, and I was curious as to, I forget exactly what the reason. Like he didn't just be like, I want to
close the border and grow baby turtles.
Alright, I got a clip. It's the only one that has the title that says you. Why, is that not a good one?
No, that's it.
Oh, okay. Damn, bro. Come on. Democrat down.
Trump really said it.
He was bullied into it historically. Well, he knows his audience. He was trying to downplay it was
I said, no,
it was as a leader would. CNN overplayed it. CNN said go to the Chinese New Year Fest and protest and stuff, but no church. He had to pivot several times. I'm sure he lost his opinion somewhere in the swivel.
America tonight. You would never abuse power.
The part where they
except for day one.
The whole thing. I need to learn the whole thing. I still don't have his rhythm down.
Today.
Yeah, okay. So that's it. That's the thing I'm supposed to comment on. I don't take it very seriously, and I don't know. I don't fear the man. And I don't think...
Probably gonna bring in a helper at some point. Once I get the fight down.
Not actually build that back in their town they promised. Those are normal political discourses. Are we as a society become so cynical that we're using someone promising
but I do feel like it's disingenuous to just...
Woo!
Because if I'm not mistaken, that's not the whole clip.
Can't believe I got that on.
Are you going to be? And then Trump's like, just for
we're getting places.
He's kind of responding to something. To me, it's like him being hyperbolic, you know, like he wants to get something done. He's not going to be a dictator. I don't think he actually grabbed the woman by the pussy. I think it's something he's saying kind of in the moment, you know, it's like kind of extra over the top. He's like using it to his advantage. So they say you're gonna be addicted. Yeah, but I'm only gonna do it for a day just to get this done. Just like kind of like turning into it. And he's not the best talker. So like sometimes he says things that you need a translator for to be like, okay, what he meant to say was, and you know, that's whatever.
I'll have no qualms if he goes after the Clintons or Biden, because Biden's clearly weaponized the DOJ. He knows I do have the Clintons.
I kind of panic there.
I'll go as far. Here's my 43, 44 names, all affiliated with the Clintons, and some
Explosions at the
that are no longer here
Jose
with
Cuervo
us.
plant
Some
in
of them
Mexico kills
whistleblowers,
5.
some of
The
them
blast
doctors.
occurred
You know,
in a
I think there's
500,000
some
liter
true
tank,
evil
causing
there,
a
but
fire.
that's as far as
Company
I'll go with
personnel
this info.
extinguished.
I have
2
no
additional
fears
tanks
about
collapsed. The
statement.
explosion cause is unknown. The
don't see
plant,
what's so
operated by the
inflammatory
world's
about the
largest
rhetoric
tequila maker,
of
Deckel,
a dictator for
confirmed
a
that the
day.
deaths
What do you mean
and
by that? Well,
injuries.
we're gonna
A
build
popular
the wall,
tourist
and then
destination
we're
is
gonna
located
drill, baby,
an hour
drill.
northwest of something
And then
that
I
I
won't be
can't read
dictator
anymore. No tequila for me, white man.
Like, what's wrong with
Listen,
building the
man.
wall? Can't we all agree that there's an invasion?
At the bars I regular at in Osaka,
Well, he didn't say
they
build
know
the
me
wall
as the
before.
tequila
Did he say
man.
build the wall?
They do not know me as a white man, a white boy. To me, to them, I'm one of them. All right?
I want to close
All right,
the border,
Mikey?
and I want to drill. And then Hannity says that's not
All right?
How's that work for a day?
Well, I
The
think
next
that's
day
what he's
the
going to
border-
do at day one.
I am synonymous with tequila in their brains.
Or, I don't know. Looks like fun to me. Can't wait to vote for the guy.
He's using a word that usually doesn't mean a word, right? So it's just like he's trying to
Wow, I
use
can't
it
believe
to
I
his
blocked that.
advantage. It's just like it's not going to work for some people because you're still using the word dictator, trying to be. Look, no, I'm going to be a dictator to do good things. It's like, well, those things. That's kind of like an oxymoron, you know? Of course, I get that. I'm just saying how it looks like. How
My
people can
God.
dissect it because he's using the word that nobody likes. Dictator. Hey, I ate those for breakfast.
I like this right here immediately. I sometimes laugh at the guys that locker room statement.
Oh!
Together, brother.
That wasn't good.
Every locker room I have ever been in, I've heard much worse. Yeah, grabbing by the pussy is G-rated compared to the shit we used to say.
Okay,
It's P-rated, dude.
Promising to be a dictator is not locker room.
Rated G for gay.
You know
I don't
what?
get how that's not political suicide.
To drive the point home. To drive the point home on how much.
Who cares about political decorum in
by all of you.
2024?
Look,
You've got to be a complete pussy that needs to be grabbed if you care about decorum in the political sphere in 2024. If you partake in decorum in 2024 in politics, you are as fake as they come.
Including this, and I don't care how
There is no civility anymore. There never was, and the whole facade. Civility has always been a facade in politics. It's filled with degenerates that just want to fill their goddamn fucking pockets.
Welcome back, Ben. This is your homecoming.
Woo!
Good to be back, Denny. Thanks for being about a year ago. I had you in here, and then since then, you've been on Joe Rogan, you've been on Flagrant. What other podcasts have you been on?
There have been a few. I think those were mostly the big in studio.
Dude, he's not wrong at all, and I think that's what made them mad.
Flagrant, which was hilarious, actually. That was.
What's that? What's that quote? Power is an aphrodisiac.
Jimmy,
it's
that
true.
was a great
If
opportunity.
you've ever been around any famous
Been on a
people,
few others, just
oh
like
boy,
Zoom
it
and
is true.
The remote style one, so yeah.
Been getting
But
the
you were
word
the
out.
first guy
Sidestep
to first in studio podcast.
Are you telling me
man.
to dodge more?
Inspire those guys to
that, I
discover you.
guess.
I mean, I'm sure they already. I know Rogan already knew about you. He'd already seen videos of your stuff.
I think so. Yeah.
But you've been all over the place too. You just got back from Turkey, I think, recently.
England, well, Turkey earlier this
Sponsor.
year, and then England. I came back from England a couple of weeks back. First chance to visit sort of the megalithic structures there, the stone circles, the museums, things like that. There's so, I mean, you could spend months in the British Isle.
Go back to this.
Well, was it
How you that inept?
Yeah, but also, like, was it on purpose that someone, whoever they is, or like, you know, deep state, whatever.
Keep
Biden,
your hand in
and
his
maybe Biden's
pocket.
doing a full Kaiser Soze. Maybe Biden's being like,
You on your seat, nothing.
So you want me to Malcolm X him?
In private, he's like, you gotta kill this motherfucker.
Yeah,
This
yeah,
guy's dead. This guy's dead. Right? Like, maybe it's that. But you're like, okay, so then what?
He goes into the place, he takes off his orthotics, and he puts on.
Yeah, of course. He puts on his, like, fucking Trump kicks or whatever. Photo in front of me. But, you know, like, is that, and then even if, so they go, okay, so someone made the decision to put the most inept group around him just to increase.
I mean, they all weren't inept. Maybe there was like only, you know, 2 inept people that were sort of central.
Chicks.
Well, the chicks. See, that's their thing where you go, because you're talking about, okay, so the story is that, okay, these people just like did a bad job, you know? And
all of them, though?
Well, you know that I talked about this a bit ago because I went and filmed there. And I said, I was just like, I've never seen higher security at a thing that in my life than I was at the Trump rally. Everywhere you went, then you had to go through security.
Yeah, well,
I don't understand how he got the rifle in there.
Well, he didn't go through security. He was on a roof that was outside of the secured zone. But again, you're
We're
like,
so close. How
dude,
big's the secured zone?
It should, first off,
Scared
there
Straight
was like
video
2
meme.
basically elevated points, which would be if there
Oh,
was
like
a
the TV
sniper,
show Scared
they
Straight?
Could be one of 2 places. There was like a water
Legendary
tower,
show.
and then there was that roof.
And they said one of them.
They
was
go
probably a
in
secured
there
zone.
like days before. And
days before. They go months before.
or whatever, but they go well before. They have a whole team coming in there. There was a guy, he's like a congressman from Florida. He was on CNN
Dude, that show was so
yesterday.
good.
And he was like a sniper. He's like, I've done this 1,000 times
I had a
before,
friend that
exactly
used to get
this.
stoned and
It's
just
like you
watch
go in
that
there
show
well before,
all
you
day.
find all
He
the
was
sites.
obsessed
I know,
with
I
it.
watched
And dude, they had some of the funniest
you
moments on that
secure
show.
them, like all this stuff, and for whatever reason,
They do this for presidents of other countries.
yeah, and for whatever reason, they just left this one roof, and they go, and the chief of security, whatever, Kim Cheadle or whatever the fuck her name is, they're like, the roof sloped to it, like a small slope. It was like a slope, like just roof. So then they're like, it was a little too dangerous. I'm like, it was too dangerous for a Navy SEAL? Like
Helps
a guy
out for
like
the
a
first
Green
part.
Beret couldn't deal with a minor slope. It's like this fucking kid
Yeah, I
had no
just
problem
I
with it.
love getting the timing down
It's
for
like,
these
dude,
bosses.
none
That's
of
one of
it
my favorite
makes
things
any
about this
sense,
game.
And the more you think about it, the less sense it makes.
That's what I'm saying. There's a
Dude, okay, you're a 20-year-old kid. Okay, they're
Maybe I
in
should
his phone
summon.
right now, and so he has no social media.
But I still
whatsoever.
wanna- I
He's
still wanna,
20
like,
years
get
old.
a-
They can't
get a
find
good,
any social media
grasp
footprint of
on him.
whatsoever.
fishy.
Right?
Ding, ding, ding. Fishy number 1.
Fishy number 1. Okay, so his parents came out today. Today's Wednesday. They're like, we called the police hours before because we couldn't
That
locate
was a
him.
weird part, too.
They couldn't locate him, so he grabbed.
How long was he gone for? The guy said that he was with his dad the night before.
Yeah, it was that day. So he's like, he has several hours.
Yeah.
But who calls the police when their son was missing?
Several
I
hours.
need to get the
does
timing
that.
down
No,
for
That
that.
doesn't make sense.
So
There
he
we
goes
go.
to Home
That's
Depot,
easy
he
to
buys a
that's easy to
ladder.
parry.
He goes in the ammunition store. He buys 50 rounds of ammo for his AR-15. Like, you went to the Trump rally. You have to think, if you're one of these deranged people, even if you're not deranged, and you're totally sound minded,
Dance
like
with him like it's prom, baby.
Any person would have to think, especially an untrained person.
Oh,
you're
that was
gonna
that
show
was
up,
a
you're
that
gonna
was a
walk
bad
around with
dance
your
that
little
time
duffel
around,
bag
man.
with your fucking gun in it.
That
or
was
whatever,
a
and someone's gonna be
bad
like, "What are you doing?"
dance.
Like, someone's gonna come up to you. You watch Trump come
If you try to get anywhere near the action, for sure.
But like, you watch Trump come into UFC, right? Whenever he comes in and he's surrounded by Secret Service, they're not looking ahead. They're looking all around. That's you watch them. They're all looking like this. They're surveying the whole thing. You have to assume if you're that kid and you're just kind of wandering around the outskirts of this rally outside of the secured zone, someone's gonna be like, "Who's that guy?
What is that guy doing?
What's that guy doing? Who's that guy?" So you have to assume if you're
part
that
one.
kid.
Oh my
Like
God.
99.9% chance you are.
You're like, I'm not getting in here.
You're not getting in, and you're going to get caught at a fucking Trump rally with a gun.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, yes,
You
I agree, because you go, so this kid's plan was, I'm going to walk up there, 99.999%. 99.999%
Wasn't
chance
dressed
the
as
guy's
a handyman. Not dressed as a handyman.
Yeah.
Like, you're not even with the handyman, like Ace Ventura shit. You're just dressed.
Where you're wearing the janitor's outfit, pushing the bucket.
Yeah, you're like dressed as you're like in your tactical, like there's like this YouTube channel, Demolition something or whatever. So you're dressed in your like.
It's a spinning.
YouTube
It's a
gun
like
shirt.
the ninja
Whatever,
spin move that he
walking around
does.
with a gun, an AR-15. I don't know what he was in, with a ladder.
Next parts, as in like
The ladder's something else.
150 yards. It's not
the
even
next
like
bosses, or
we're
like
still, programming
does he have a
and stuff.
phase
He's
2?
sort of like, yeah, this guy. Like,
That's what you're talking
finds
about.
like a box and jumps up and does a pull up. He gets no. He's a fucking ladder.
When I was there was no chance anyone was getting that close with
Nobody
the ladder.
would be walking around with a ladder without someone coming up to him and go,
And a
"What are you
duffel
doing?"
bag.
And a duffel bag. Go, "What are you doing?" In like kind of military-ish looking stuff. And you're like,
Also,
what?
it takes a while to like take the gun out and probably.
He was up there for like I think I don't know 20 minutes or something. There's all these videos of people being like, "Yo, there's a guy on the roof."
Right.
There's a guy on the roof. Everybody's like, "Yo, there's a guy on the roof. There's a guy on the roof." Like they're all being like, "Hey,
I don't know if you heard me. There's a slope. That's what they say.
there can't be a guy on the roof. There's a slight slope, and it's hot outside. It's a metal roof. I'm telling you."
It's not possible. Yes, I understand what you think.
God damn it.
The girl's doing her nails.
That was a freebie right there.
It's like, dude, the whole, none of it makes even the littlest bit of sense.
Fellas, as you know, I am on my way to Australia, as well as other dates that I will announce. But more importantly, on this Australia tour, I've solidified a crazy amount of special guests who you'll know if you're there. I got Frenchie doing spots, Nimanaz, Moose Mears, Neil Kolkatar. There is going to be special guests galore on these shows.
All I say is
and
this,
I don't know who's
split
going
the
where or
HP
whatever.
bar
But
in fourths.
Auckland, Sydney, Melbourne, Brisbane, Perth.
Oh, so like, you know,
Also,
each one has a
everyone,
different
we have
guy that comes
Saratoga
out.
Springs,
I got
Fort
to the
Wayne,
second one.
Louisville, Nashville, Chicago.
This will be the
Phoenix,
end of the white
Portland,
man.
Edmonton, Minneapolis, Tacoma. All these tickets you can go.
I don't know, man. Charlottesville looked like the end of the white man.
Check it out.
You know,
and also you're like, okay,
you have my people saying we will not be replaced.
Conspiracy. The Secret Service was like, a thing's going to happen. We're going to let this happen.
You know,
why not send a guy who's like going to for sure get the job?
I guess they felt like it was the end.
This fucking close, but there could have been someone
That
better.
seems like you're right though. If you were like coming up with a plan and you were sending that kid out, you're like, unless there's something weird going on, you're like, this plan has a 1 in 10,000 chance of working.
10,000, dude, 1 in fucking 10 million.
Right.
Like it's not.
You're like you're counting on this being like the most. You're counting on being an in-town Austin Power like 1 in F guard.
Yeah, 1 in F guard. You need every security. You need all the local police. And there was also another thing, which is that Jill Biden had a speech that day. Like I think it was like 3 miles away. She was giving a speech at the exact same time, and because she's the first lady, she got the A team essentially. And so what happened is
gave Trump the B team.
But I'm like, how is there a B team? It's the Secret Service. How are like the fucking dopey guys whose uniforms don't fit?
We gotta give the 10 Secret Service aces to Jill. We need the Trump team. Brandon! Guys, yeah.
He's sleepy. He goes, what? It's like in his fucking chair. You're working today.
He's like, let me just finish training. He hits the punching bag, comes back, hits him in the head.
He literally goes and he goes, well, let me just see him with my gun. Goes to grab his gun. It's a banana. You're like, fuck off. Like, none of this makes any sense.
You ain't seen nothing like that.
Like, and they're gonna be like, yeah, it was a confluence of just, you know, everything happened wrong. I mean,
yeah.
You're eating some more slop, guys, because fucking I ain't eating it. I'm on a no slop diet right now.
This is definitely a lot of slop.
This is a lot of slop. I don't know, like, dude, this is Homer Simpson in hell with the fucking conveyor belt, and your mouth is open, just slop coming nonstop.
I wanna get good at him.
I'm not having trouble with this much slop.
This is a lot to eat at one time.
I want to have some footage that I could show people and be like, damn, dog, you made that look easy.
And then there was the funny part where there were just some of the agents that were crappy, like the girl trying to put her oyster back in. It's like if you had me and
cowering.
It's like if you had me.
Yeah.
That girl looked pretty good too. The picture of her. She's like kind of chubby and stuff like that. You're like,
Once I can confidently get him to half health using a summon, I'll start doing that.
like 8 big Navy SEALs.
They used to be.
Like I picture the people guarding the president basically like Batista. You know what I mean?
If you look at when
Batista.
Reagan was assassinated, you look at those dudes, they're all just like fucking
Insert
huge
shrug
guys.
emoji
Huge
here.
jacked guys that are also speedy.
Yeah. Not like short, stout.
They go the best of the best out of the Navy SEALs, and you get like picked to be this other job where you get more money.
Yeah, and it's like a kind of a fairly cushy gig because nothing ever happens because you do all this stuff in advance to ensure that nothing happens.
This girl looked like she couldn't guard the cheese pit. It literally seems like she'd be in charge of she'd be in charge of like guarding the buffet spread at like a banquet hall in a
She looks like a security guard at a fucking Chase. Like she literally
She
looks.
doesn't look at Chase Bank as better
Or
security
whatever.
guard.
Yeah, like Chase Bank has more imposing security guards.
She looks like the security guard at a car dealership that's closed.
Yeah, you ever see that video?
Like the night security guard.
Of the two cops, and they're like trying to arrest this guy, and he just like won't allow it, and then eventually they're trying to just like they can't get him to the ground, and he just runs away. Like that's what the Keystone Cops are. They're like these aren't like low level small town cops. These are like it's like there's a feeder system from the military.
Yeah.
And it's like they don't just pick it. Everybody who's in the military wants to eventually be the Secret
Well,
Service.
this is the top job, yeah.
Yeah, it's insane.
Wait, did she actually
And Trump's
resign?
a top job, too,
Because I
people
remember in that
Trump,
like
those guys.
hearing, she's like, "No, I'm not
going
to give in my resignation."
This is like playing for the
which
Leafs
is
in hockey.
Yeah, and so we're expected to believe that
she's got the ire of the country on her, or half of the country.
You know,
and I guess like maybe 25% of the country is like, "Oh my gosh,
mostly conservative.
you should not do your job more often."
All just that, like, assuming that we're saying like a full conspiracy or whatever, we're all like, yeah, we're all going to stand down and let this happen.
Well, what do you think happened? I don't know.
Dude, you have to have such a sharp mind if you are going to run a security company, one, and you have to be sharp at all times.
If we're talking conspiracy, what's on the table?
And then B,
okay, it could be this.
Not back
like,
I can't even really think of
when
one
you
that,
are the security
satisfies all the
for
criteria where it's
presidents, you are not allowed to have a bad day.
There's multiple. How does the Patsy get all the other Patsies?
Well, they get the Patsy, and they're confident that.
How do they get the Patsy? Just for the record, is the guy.
The guy, yeah, the Patsy's that or whatever. But so you're like, how do you get this guy, and you're confident that you're confident that he's going to make the shot, and then, but then, okay, so assume this scenario where like, we found a guy who's going to come do this, and then we're all just going to kind of look the other way.
One of the Trump kids came out and said that they love those
Everyone
SS
agrees because it's
people.
not like two people.
SS people as in the Nazis. When you hear from a non-president,
the one sniper was like,
when you hear from non-presidential security, they have 500 millimeter
and
500 meter perimeter. How the fuck does the previous president have a perimeter that
I don't know
reach of 150 yards?
There's probably better ways that people could have done it.
The kid was flying a drone. Yeah, no, should have never made it to the roof.
You don't
even.
want to like if you're trying to demoralize a population.
Yeah, I mean, like, and then on top of that, you had people yelling at security, being like, "There's
stage
someone up there
in fucking high definition,
laying down."
And yeah, I mean,
had a
whenever the
ladder.
story's gonna come out, I'm not gonna believe it.
Doubt
Like,
he's
they're
using
gonna come out with whatever
binoculars
story,
to look at
and
the do recon on the president.
It's impossible to
Yeah,
reconcile.
maybe that's what the sniper scope was for. That was his rationale. Oh, I'm just using them as binoculars. Don't worry about me.
You have to believe something because it's like hard to get your brain, so I can understand why people.
Like, it would be as believable as if like Trump was walking up to the stage and someone was like, "Oh, we accidentally, someone actually left a catapult right there," and Trump steps on the catapult, fucking takes off, and you go, "How is there a catapult there?"
Wait, he didn't have a scope?
Shit happens.
Yeah, she go, "Oh, you know, DI we left the catapult on stage. Sorry."
So they have even less of an
She didn't have her
excuse.
coffee today. She's off her game.
Like literally, it would have been as believable as
Oh
an
my
anvil
God,
falling on his
dude.
head. Like I would have been like, okay. Sometimes when an anvil fall out of a plane, like that would have been as believable as this scenario. At
Well,
least they can't secure
that
an
makes
anvil.
the fact that Trump dodged a bullet a little more,
Probably
I
the
guess.
day- Maybe it took a little bit,
A little
but
more
within a
likely.
day, everyone's playing the game.
I feel like if
trying
you
to
had
figure
a
out-
scope, it would be
so they
like
could be like
completely
this guy's a
pathetic if you
Republican, but
missed.
he's actually a Democrat. Like people could have. People were trying to figure out what the
Can
thing
you
is.
imagine the
I feel like
adrenaline
every
that must have been
time
going through his
anything like
system?
this happens,
He's about to kill the
we have to
president
go
of the
through
United
same
States of
procedure
America,
of people being like
the ex-president of the United States of
So the
America.
registered part, though, they always say the registered Republican is like people always. How many times do we have to go through the thing of people being like, people register for the different parties?
Yeah, people register. Well, and some people are like, yeah, you registered for Republicans to vote against Trump in the primary.
Yeah, but people do that. So it's like, it's not a good piece of data to say that he's a registered this. No. Lots of people register for the other thing, or they registered that 10 years ago. It's like, it just isn't a piece of data.
No.
And I feel like you have to go through that same thing.
And they just had an interview like,
people are so desperate to like slot it into what they think. It's like they're
they don't want to take the
manic.
Well, because nobody's side wants to take the blame.
Well, I get
They
obviously.
want to be on the side that's not responsible.
No, obviously I get that, but I'm saying the level of desperation with which I'm seeing it is opposite.
Yeah. And again, like they've been throwing the kitchen sink at this guy. They've been trying to get him out of the picture in every possible way. Criminal prosecution, the documents case, which actually just got dismissed yesterday morning, I believe. His documents. Is that related? Well, that was one of the things they were trying to get him on is the improper storage of documents.
No, but I'm saying, was it related to this? Like,
no, I don't think so. I
just
think
happened to fall that way.
I think it was like some sort of procedure.
Man.
Yeah, which can be.
Who wants to watch this?
Country would be in flames right now. Dude, yeah. Civil War.
Yeah, but, you know, they were trying to get rid of him. They were, and
we
like,
avoided
the
a civil war.
Tate, but, you know, he
All right,
said,
let's try calling in a
that's the
summon.
last
Let's see how
step.
we do this time
Because
around.
nothing else worked.
But
Just
you know
for
what I
Mikey.
mean, though?
Just for
They'll
Mikey's
basically
sanity.
find
We're
like
going to call in
video
a
of the guy
summon.
and be like, here's him standing for the national anthem. So there's that. Like,
yeah, so
they-
clearly
they-
Yeah, we missed
Dude, you know what
we
I mean?
missed
The-
Civil War
Black
by
Rock
a
was kinda
millimeter.
funny.
Not even by a millimeter. It grazed his skin.
That he just happened to be an extra, right?
Yeah, it was like they were just like at his school.
But like the fact that he happened to be an extra in a Black Rock video is fucking funny.
Yeah. But anyways, it's. I mean, we're not going to get an answer for this because even the Secret Service is, you know, the head of the Secret Service is essentially saying, like,
Oh
you
shit!
know,
I forgot to call him a summon.
Yeah, we had some lapses or whatever. It won't happen again. Kind of deal. But you're like,
They're sort of saying, did I do that?
2 Urkel references in a row, 2 episodes in a row, bangers. Yeah, I don't know. It's.
Has anyone gotten fired yet?
No,
and the head of Secret Service is like, I'm not stepping down.
Oh.
She's just straight up stated. She's like, no, I'm not going to be stepping down.
Why not? She's like,
All right,
pretty big
let's do this.
Yeah, you almost, yeah. I mean,
like
the
biggest
president almost
blunder
got
going.
assassinated on live TV on your watch. Seems like a pretty big one.
And the only thing that stopped it was like luck.
Pure luck, yeah, or divine intervention, whatever.
So if he did get shot, she would step down. But what's the difference?
Yeah, it was. I mean,
do you know what I mean?
They fucked up.
Like you fucked up the same amount whether it worked or didn't work. Like you equally as much fucked up. So obviously you'd step down if he got killed. So why wouldn't you step down now?
Yeah, I mean. And she's gonna get hauled in front of Congress, and
yeah, we gotta take a beating, that's for sure. But
I hope so. But again, I mean,
it literally does though. The amount of blunder to be like the Secret Service would have to be taking their guns. Yeah, to them with a gun.
Literally. I mean, I was one of them, but it's just the amount of things. Like, you know, if you think of it just from a statistical thing, you go, what's the percentage of this happening? And then you put them all together, you go,
yeah, that's very, yeah. Statistically impossible almost for all of them to happen.
Sure, and they're going to be like, oh, well, yeah, but it did. You go, it's not buying it.
Yeah, I've watched a lot of people post their theories, and none of them really been sticking for me, and nothing really made sense a lot. It does seem unsolved at this point. You are right; it's not likely to be solved. It might be one of those things that, like, someone kind of comes out with theories in, 2 years and starts to, put the pieces of it together.
Yeah, maybe. And I mean, yeah,
the general public takes it on the fucking chin.
Yeah.
But the real winner here is Trump. Oh, that's disappointing. I mean, that's what we can say, right?
I mean, and again, who knows? And maybe we're in November, and they just go, yeah. Crazy. It's a shame he got shot, but he did lose by 25 million votes. Okay. More slot, please. Slot, please.
Okay, we're talking about some of the funny coverage. You had a pretty good one. What was Reid Hoffman's thing? Because there were a lot of people that basically everyone that posted like 3 days ago being like, this guy needs to die.
Well, he said make him a martyr. He made some joke on stage. Reid Hoffman was founder of Woodford. And not a fat pig. Do not call Reid Hoffman a fat pig. Okay? I heard someone call him a fat pig.
Oh, just when he gets stunned, huh?
I said, do not call Reid Hoffman a fat pig. He is not a fat pig.
He is pretty chubby.
way
There's not a good
easier, I'll tell
excuse
you
to be
that.
like a chubby build. Like you're kind of chubby when you're that fucking rich, you know?
I mean, Ozempic exists. Yeah.
Exactly.
Look at Oprah. Okay. Look at Mindy Kaling. She's fucking a rake right now.
Is she?
Yeah.
Nice.
Nice.
I always thought she was kind of cute.
Yeah, she's a little cuter now. So, but anyways, he was like, oh, we need to make him a martyr. And then, of course, he's like, oh, no, I didn't mean like a literal martyr. Guys. And then he did some, everybody's like, where's Reid Hoffman? Where's he weighing? And then he weighs in on it. He's like, and then he goes straight to the like, yeah, well, Trump said the bloodbath thing and you wanted a bloodbath. You go, he was talking about an economic bloodbath. Like, just like, listen to the context of 2 minutes.
Yeah.
It was an economic bloodbath. He wasn't saying a literal bloodbath. And then you go, you just too much cognitive dissonance.
And you're too partisan. But I like, again, it's one of those things where it's like, most people are probably, just living their lives. But it's another thing where you're like, hey, I'm just like, genius millionaire guy that's like, you know, super getting involved in politics. It was like, well, yeah, you don't get to just be like completely wrong. You know what I mean? You have to have some sort of like logic between all the things you think about different things.
Sure. And I mean, Biden had the thing where he said you got to put a target on his back or whatever, put a target on him. Certainly you cannot be blamed for his.
That's what I'm sort of saying, though, the Biden situation.
My someone's getting his ass kicked.
Like going through, like we said this 2 days ago. He would, I guarantee you would, if he got the call of this, he'd fucking knock something.
Oh, I could have stabbed him in the back.
Left where they can, you know, the left is very much like, oh, move that. You know, that was, you know, it's not like the same as when you call an insurrection or whatever. Proud Boys stand by, stand down, or whatever. We're the Proud Boys. We're not going to better job of doing that place.
I'll tell you. Okay, so now there was.
I might next week never come back from this, by the way. I might be ever next week. I'm just going to.
His thing comes up.
I mean, it's just so obscene and like this is the rubbing in our faces. This is real. They're really rubbing in our faces right now.
They're like, yeah, you're so done.
Like, hey, this is how it is.
Yeah, my someone was getting his ass kicked. I had to try saving him.
Your face, it didn't work.
Well, it didn't work. Yeah, but again, maybe they try again. I don't know. Like Alex Jones was on Tim Dillon. And Alex Jones is like,
I know Alex Jones,
and he's like, we're gonna have rolling blackouts, power grids. He goes, they're
false flags on black people.
Yeah, false flags and truck bombs, blowing up black churches and stuff. That
he's making some
the floor tanking is a euphemism for opening up his butt cheeks to take that big broadsword.
And he's correct. So, anyways, I don't know, but it seems very just blatant, like, you know, them just doing this in plain sight. You know, they're like, hey, this is just the country is not run.
There's some Kevin Spacey House of Cards shit.
Yeah, it's like the country is not run by the president. The country is run by, you know, some kind of
shadowy figures,
and they, you know, he is the Trump is the least kind of on board with all their bullshit, and he opposes them the most, and they just are not doing another 4 years of this. They tried using lawfare, didn't work. Next step, just
they're low on options, and this is what they're trying to do now.
Yeah, I mean it's the final option.
Somebody's not from just the now. There was Jack Black and some other celebrities like that. If you saw Kyle Gass, our boy Kyle Gass, he made a joke where he said, I wish. He said basically, make a wish, and he says, I wish the shooter didn't miss.
Yeah.
Now,
too soon, Kyle Gass.
Some people are saying that he got like canceled because they canceled the tour, but it's a little bit different because people are flipping out on them. But what really happened in that scenario is when you do that, he became, it becomes like a security threat.
But it's in Australia.
No, but that
even still a problem.
But he didn't actually like the venue didn't cancel the things. He canceled because it was gonna have I think it was gonna cost so much.
Yeah. Well, they were just like, hey, now we have a secret.
And then I think Jack Ryan was also like, I was in the crosshairs a little bit for doing all my fucking Biden. So I think this he wasn't happy with how he probably coming out. But I tell you what, you're not going to catch me moralizing over people making jokes, you know what I mean? I don't know if you've seen Libs of TikTok right now. This woman is fucking drunk on power right now.
Karenitis.
Okay, I've never seen Karenitis like this.
You're fired from Home Depot.
Yeah, dude. Libs of TikTok has revealed herself to be a real piece of shit.
Digimon is the final boss of human resources.
And like some people in the case where you're like, you know,
oh come on.
The right wing cancelers, the left had their little window where they were like, we're canceling now too.
They canceled harder. And the reason is because they controlled more institutions.
Yes, and now
the principle's the same.
We live in currently just like a revenge-based society. That's all the PI stuff is essentially. It's just a form of revenge. And like all this stuff, nobody's like wants. It's the eye for an eye stuff, and they're just that is their nature. That is their true nature.
That's a lot of people's true nature is like they not a lot, but like there's probably.
Let's see it in all its splendor. Oh wow. That wiener was on the wrong road, dude. Tragic. Absolutely tragic. Black weenie down! Black weenie down! Rest in buns, but not forgotten. Never forget. Do you remember where you were when the wiener crashed?
You ain't seen nothing like
When the wiener tipped? It wouldn't heal. That was weird, dude. Oh, there are two of them, huh? One wasn't enough. Inshallah for the Oscar Mayer. Already sent thoughts and prayers. I'm gonna think about that wiener before I go to sleep, dude. May it rest in Jannah. May it rest in Jannah. My God, dude. Supposed to take out all those guys. Can't keep using these things.
Bring it on. You ain't seen nothing like that.
Fudge. Fudge crackers.
Might as well let that kid up. This is gonna be so much fun.
That was my bad. Keep on forgetting this guy's range. Oh, come on, that's lame, dude. That was fucking lame. I was in mid-animation. I was just getting out of my animation. And he came from off the camera. Like, I was mid-animation when it started attacking me. Be better. Be better. Who knows what that's a callback to? Anybody? Anybody?
Bring it on. You ain't seen nothing like that.
Let's hope so. I believe. Not giving me the back shot. Woo! Woof. That was my bad. Oh, come on.
Come on! You played nice with others. Don't you want to play with me, Mr. Puppet? Fighting fair, survive and win.
Got him! Woof! Jar Jar, that was dedicated to you.
This puppet's crazy!
Yeah. We done did it. We done did it. Not gonna lie, my heart is pounding just a little bit. Because I thought I would have to take out the rest of them too, you know?
Damn you. You'll pay for that.
Yeah. Arigato, arigato. There's some things that we need to do real quick. Suck it, rabbit dude. Dude, yeah. You ain't got nothing on Bugs Bunny, dude. Pale imitation ass motherfucker. Do you want to know something funny and a spoiler? Sure. Why not? I need to go... here, I think. I want to make sure that I have everything. I have to find the graveyard first. That's one thing that I know I need to get. Sugoi! So apparently there's something up here. Smiling bunny mark. All right, let's go through the guide real quick and see if we got everything in this chapter, and then I'll close the stream. So, scene, projector. Let's find the guide. Mouse was unresponsive for a second. That was scary. Bunny mark. Weapon, acidic crystal spear. Got that. Okay, cool. Let's see. You'll see the rest again. Okay. Yeah, well, I mean, they didn't die explicitly on screen, so. Covenant. Picture wanted Black Rabbit Brotherhood. Let's see if we got that. Yeah, we got that. Note scribbles of slum residents. Got that. Covenant Slum Shack Key. I don't think we got that. Where is that? Maybe we do. Okay, we definitely got that then. We gotta go over there. Okay. Alright, time to make a little run. Time to make a little run. You know what? First, I'm going to use this. Use all the souls I collected.
I'll use my power to help you.
Alright. Ooh. Okay. Yeah. much. Because it's a shortcut. You gotta remember that. Downtown like the shiznit, baby. Yeah. Wait a second. Wait a second. Well, oh, I did the thing. Oh, whatever. Missed this. Somewhere safe. Let's see what else we can collect. What the hell is going? Liza P as in Liza Programming. What was that? Okay, I wanna... Don't think I didn't see that game, in fact... Yeah. Yeah. Woo! Baby! Yeah! Okay, now I go back up again. And we can make that spear even stronger, dude. Quick. spear is about to just rip. So if I have go to Geppetto's spot. Geppetto. Ghetto Geppetto. Jiggetto. Jiggetto Unchained. Jiggetto Unchained. Okay, let's see what else we're missing. Oh, what's the blicky? Tricky blicky. Freaky, freaky. Alright, so last thing we got was document sweepers, Brank office newspaper archives. I don't think I remember. Let's see if we have it. Oh, yeah. I be spearing it, dude. I'm spearheading the resistance. Hillary Clinton hired me, specifically. Equipment. Yep, we got that. Moonstone defense part. Spray cartridge. This. Let's see if we got this. Cartridge is kept here. that. Sharing out greatest one in the world. Motivity crank. I remember getting that. Got the Trinity key. Got the Hidden Moonstone. Crescent Moonstone. Charity House got pictures. Yep. Oh, we didn't get the taunt on Legion Caliber. Okay, so we do have to talk to that guy.
Tell a bit. I thought there were no.
Show him the rabbit mark or bribe him with the Ergo instead if you.
No more. I do love a bit. Are you with the Black Rabbit Brotherhood? I can't tell what's real and what's faked. If it's fake.
Okay, let's go to that guy then. Ah, the cleanup section, always fun.
Oh, you defeated the Black Rabbits? I sure wasn't expecting that. No more bosses means no more worries. Of course I'll open the shop for the guy who freed the Malum district. Take all the time you need.
Okay, yeah, I figured as much. I just want to get what's here. Okay, so we gotta buy those. Alright, and we gotta buy the records, so let's
The bosses work hard. The bosses work hard. Bosses work hard too, you know.
Yeah, I was gonna go to it. I just wanted to take care of this thing on everything on the list first, and then some more of these consumables.
Bosses work hard too.
Do I have to get the Arch Shock cartridge from him too? I already have one of those, so why would I need to get another one, right? Mikey? Unless you know better than me. You're over here using AI to beat the libs? Jaja went to sleep. Jar Jar went to sleep. Oh, good night, Jar Jar. Yeah, I don't need this Arch cartridge, do I, Mikey? Need one of everything. But I think I already have one Arch Shock cartridge. No, I don't. Okay. Let's kill some of these guys. Make money off them. Where's that alleyway? Up there. I lost my way. Yeah, I'm gonna buy it. I have to figure out how to get back up there. It's like a ladder that just disappeared before my very eyes. My new life mission is to buy a Browning M2. I leave you with this. What's a Browning M2? Like a gun? Is that a gun? Why does he want that one? Oh, there it is. Duh. Why that gun specifically?
Too, you know?
Will that gun get you all the bitches? Is it like the equivalent of a penis enhancement? Okay. Where we go? What's next? West. Taunt gesture.
Bring it on. You like to see
Boss.
how the rub.
Book. Brotherhood. So it's a little further down here. Okay. It's a cute gun. He sent me an image. I need to be BlackRock to get it, though. Oh, really? I want that gun now. I want the gold. Give me the gold. Sale of 10 Ergo complete. I like our old broker man because he always pays well. But when he's in a hurry, it's hard to secure the Ergo he needs. Sometimes I wonder if he devours it or something. What does he need Ergo for? Does he really eat it? No scribbling on the ledger, kid. The alchemists are asking for more gold coin fruit. It's not easy to get, so this could be a problem. I think the hotel guys are slowly catching on to what's going on. We can physically clash with them, but that's the last resort. Our siblings' safety comes first. Aw, how touching, bro. Shut up. Acquired 5 Ergo. I'm real close to the end of the job selling corpses. Just a little more, and I'll have enough to escape this blasted city. That proposal from the alchemist is tempting, but I'm running short on Ergo, and I'm not sure about it. Think about the expedition to the Barren Swamp. Get me new parts if you go out of town. A dress for me. A gun and weapon for me. This is not your journal, dumbasses. Very confused. Special permit for an M2. I'm starting to realize that, like, if just one letter and then a number, that means that's probably a really good gun, right? That's my guess. A letter and a low number. Oh, there's a quartz nearby, huh? Oh, right there. Okay, let's swoop that. Yes, yes, yes. Ice cream so good. About baby. And what's next? Recollection portrait of a boy. Alright, easy enough.
No, I'm just kidding. No, it looks exactly like you. I mean, you see it, right? With the nose and the... Right?
It's like Timothy Chalamet.
Hey, no, I'm just kidding. No, it looks exactly like you. I mean, you see it, right? With the nose and the... Right?
Alright. Why did all the stalkers start wearing animal masks? According to city historians, it was customary to wear animal masks in ancient Krot. It was one of the rituals to show off one's life when one fought legendary rock titans. Believe it or not, but this legend is an inspiration for today's stalkers. It is not for defense, fashion, but also for ranks that show off one's abilities. The link between rank and animal animal mass isn't clear, but mostly the powerful ones choose their preferred mask first. Perhaps there might even be newbies forced to wear silly masks chosen by their seniors. In the troubled times of petrification disease, how about refreshing your mind with an energetic stalker mask? Choose a soul animal to your liking. Various fashionable stalker masks await you. P.S. This item includes a spore filter to protect against petrification disease, patented by the workshop. Hey bro, HQ is toast. How about a black leopard mask? The workshop's toast too, so why don't they make it? One second, Mikey. Browning M2 must be pre-1986 model. The M stands for model, and the 2 indicates the second model in the series in the line of weapons. Browning M2, often called the Ma Deuce, is a heavy machine gun that fires 50 caliber rounds. You learn something new every day, don't you? Today I learned about guns, Mom. My friend Yancey's gonna give me some guns, Mom, and we're gonna protect this nation with them. Okay, well, the next one we can only get in chapter after we're done with chapter 8, I guess.
I'm misplacing those guys.
Someone's memory gesture. Show off clothes. There's new stuff at the hotel crowd after every chapter, so I decided to include them in each guide. Since it's the first, I don't want to do this. I'll be showing everything available from chapter 1 after 5 to catch up. Book Vinini's Krot Landmark Guide. Do we have that already? Let's see. I think we already have that. Yeah, we got that. So this is just showing stuff from chapter 1, I guess. Talk to Geppetto about. Okay, cool. Alright, so let's do this. Reg with ATF background check, tax state compliance, approval of transfer, insure the moon after 1986. Got a buddy with a rocket launcher. It's $500 a round to shoot the ammunition. That's awesome. Alright, Hotel Krot. Yeah. And turn an unused part of my lake house basement into a shooting range for pistols. That's gonna be tight, dude. That's gonna be awesome. Make me want to go out there more than I already do, Mikey.
You're back. The Malam district was as grim as we feared, was it not?
Too bad.
But with the Black Rabbit Brotherhood out of the picture, we can focus elsewhere. And why not strike at the root of the problem? The King of Puppets' lair is on Rosa Isabel Street. Perhaps the puppet frenzy will come to an end if we can take down their king. Go to Antonia and get the key to Rosa Isabel Street. I already let her know you'll be coming by. I always remember these favors you've done for me, though it pains me to send someone so precious into such peril. This portrait... I remember it fondly. I thought it was lost forever. I had no idea the Black Rabbit Brotherhood had stolen it. To think that you have brought it back to me. Forgive a foolish old man his memories. Memories of a happier time, my son. I know just where to hang it in the
few
hotel.
150 horsepower jet boats. Hell yeah, dude. That sounds amazing. What gestures do I need? I'm just curious. I guess I just need one more gesture. Cool. Alright, yeah, so before we do any of that. We use the edge of our property leading to the woods. Got a backdrop made of sandbags and cinder blocks. And you just shoot them, Yancy? That's awesome. That is awesome. I'm going back, Mikey. Don't you worry about a thing. I just wanna go do is it Krat City Hall or? Should work. Oh no. Oh no. I'm gonna use Trinity key. Right now? I don't have the money to gamble, Mikey. Not a gambling man. Maybe I am. I mean, just not today. I'm scared, Mikey. Could have sworn there was a Trinity room around here. I aim to find it. Yep. Oh, I forgot to start the kill counter with the previous boss. That's too bad. You create one who opened the door, but the one with the great ones. What? The nookie. So you can take that cookie. Got some quartz, baby. We can go back to Geppetto now. Upgrade a little bit more. Alright, we're gonna, for the next boss, remind me to set up the kill counter. The Helldiver's workout? What's that? Oh, like every time I die by a bug, I do like 10 push-ups or something like that? Oh boy. I'm already pretty fit, but I guess I could be more fit. Then I have to take off these monitor headphones every single time I want to do push-ups. Maybe if it's like jumping jacks, I can do it. My mind is set, my friend. Mind is set. Teleport to the stargazer. Crot. Yes, yes, yes. Ice cream so good. No. I'm just like, the arduous process of taking off these monitor headphones every single time sounds just like the worst thing in the world, but if it brings in views, Mikey, I'll do it. I'll do it. Increase pulse cells. Obtain a number of guard regain when receiving damage. Okay. This is... It's the attack of fail attacks. Ooh, we got phase 3 open, baby. Alright, and done. Let's talk to this guy, right?
At the House of Vanini, even priceless things have a price. Oh dear. This is the mark of the Black Rabbit Brotherhood, a notorious band of stalkers.
Wait,
The
aren't puppets not
stalkers are the
allowed
unified force
in
ceased to
this
be
place?
after
Why
their
is this
defeat
guy
at the
here?
Battle of the Workshop Tower. The Black Rabbit Brotherhood took over the Marlin district after that. I believe you could use this mark to move safely whilst on the Black Rabbit Brotherhood's turf, to use their unsophisticated vernacular, and give you entree to the black market as well.
I'm only where.
But be careful, sir.
When
The
I die of
Black Rabbit
suffering,
Brotherhood
you'll
is
take
quite
care of
infamous for how
Doge.
they treat interlopers. If they catch you, they'll put you in the liar's coffin.
I appreciate that.
Yes.
I appreciate
I believe
that.
it is as unpleasant as it sounds.
May the Doge bring you all the blessings.
And I see we have new physical records to catalogue for the collection. Such effort deserves commensurate reward, don't you think? At the House of Vanini, even...
So we just need to talk to old girl over here.
Hurry up. I heard from Geppetto. Rosa Isabel Street is ever so dangerous, I'm told. I hoped we wouldn't have to unlock the passage there. But if we want to stop this disaster once and for all, I fear we've no choice. Geppetto and I care about you very much, you know. Stay safe. For both of us. I feel like my time is slowly coming to an end. However, it's a nice feeling to know that someone waits for you. That someone cares. Please take care out there.
Alright, and go in with Oh my god, there's so many more records I need to get, man. How about I end the stream with this? Sounds good, right? Goodbye, everybody. Have a good night. I love you all. Mikey, Yancey, Ross, Jar Jar, all the rest of y'all out there that have no names. Y'all have a good night. Bye-bye.
Écoute mon cœur, où es-tu maintenant? Il s'agit d'attendre toute ma vie dans t'attendrai même si j'ai mal au cœur pour que tu puisses entendre ma petite voix. Je t'attendrai. Je t'attendrai.
What are you guys doing here still? Go home.